before an unfortunate turn of events led to you getting knocked out, and, well, not sure where you are just yet.
I'm just waiting for our characters to be hog-tied together.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
That would be a little bit unoriginal, don't you think?
Yeah.
Well,
But effective.
DM man,
Definitely.
do the intro.
Okay. So, we're going to cast our vision back a little bit to the beginning of, well, how everything started. There once was a time when there was magic, and there was once a time where the gods were very real. Things like angels, demons, and all kinds of other outsiders plagued and helped the world. And then, for a mysterious reason, as technology began to advance, one day they just all left. And this had some fairly devastating consequences, especially for certain races such as the elves, who at this point had reached the zenith in their species. They lived in truly massive magical cities that pretty much provided them everything they needed. And when the gods left, they took magic with them. The hows and whys of this time are not remembered, as the Sundering, as it became known, ravaged the entire world and worlds well beyond what each species knew. But with the destruction of magic, something came to replace it. The psychic discipline had been a bastard redhead child to magic. It was always a niche at best and misunderstood at worst. And, well, with magic no longer occupying the greater space where it once existed, the psychic winds took their first breath and they filled that void. Unfortunately for any race that had magical potential, this quickly overwhelmed and killed almost just as many people as the Sundering. The elves were shattered, and while they've crawled their way back in the 1,000 years since the Sundering, they're still extremely bitter about the entire thing. During this time, technology flourished, and the many planets that now no longer had gods to supervise their peoples eventually kind of found their way out and began intermingling, sometimes for the better, sometimes for the worst. It's been 1,000 or so years since that day, and life has gotten better, more or less. And you guys, as I've explained, find yourselves on the lovely planet of New Corona. I've already told you all about the solar shade and how it's tidally locked, so I'll spare you that part. But you all came here or live here for your own reason. But you had an interesting adventure, and you ended up getting knocked out. The who's and whys, you aren't exactly sure just yet. But you know for certain that you were definitely taken here against your will. So, let me paint a picture and figure out who's going to wake up first. Actually, I know who's going to wake up first. Let me just make certain everyone's eyes are on. Once the tokens decide that they want to play nice. Apologies, technical difficulties.
No.
So out of curiosity, how much have you shared with each other about your goings-on?
We shared how we died.
Yeah, how we got captured.
I said I got shot in the head. I had a headache, but, then it went away.
No. Yeah,
And we talked about
along with
meeting the
everything
vending
else,
machine.
including my soul.
Just talk to Ahmed about some non-essential things.
Yeah, I enjoyed the one-on-one roleplay I did with each of you, because it really did help set a tone. A theme, yeah. Let's go with theme. I will need to know what your perceptions are. Do you guys have any special perception? One at a time. So, Dr. Herman first.
My perception is 5+.
No. Do you have any special senses, or are you just normal vision?
Yeah, I'm just a human.
Okay.
But my robot has a camera.
Okay, does that camera give him anything specific? Because I know it's only the higher level ones that actually give you anything.
No, he just has skills in perception.
Okay. All right. What about you, Adnines? Adnines? I don't know how to say your name now.
Adnines.
Adnines. What about you, Adnines? I think you have something, right?
I do have low light vision, and I think night vision as well.
60-foot dark vision. Okay. It probably won't matter too much, but just to get this on the paper quick. What about you, Nova?
Nope.
Okay, you see good-ish. That probably works. Give you this.
Yes, indeed, I do have dark vision and low light.
All right, 60 foot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Sami. I'm assuming you're the same because you're a Lashunta as well.
Yep.
Oh boy, you guys are about to have a lot of fun. So, guess you all have sight. And I'll ask that when I move you to the map that to not move your characters just yet, because not all of you can actually move. All right, Tax, what about you?
30 feet blind sense.
Okay, I have no idea how the heck I'm going to represent that, so I'll just...
I can see vibrations, apparently.
Well, you're a giant talking cricket. Do you expect anything less?
That is true.
Okay, and finally Magnus.
60-foot dark vision.
Okie dokie. Well, you are an exceedingly talented little fuzzball, aren't you? You arrogant little shit.
Dodgy otters.
I mean, he's a smug little shit. Let's be honest here.
Look at that photo. Does that photo not say smug little shit?
Oh yeah, it does.
I'll be as smug as I need to be.
It just screams, I'm better than you.
Rub my belly.
All right. So, Adnines, you're the first one to awake, and I'm going to move you guys to the map. Just a second, as soon as I double check everything, because I always fuck up lighting some way or another. All right. Just get this. And you said your robot Bob had dark vision, correct?
No, he has a perception skill, but I haven't installed that yet.
Okay. Because I know sometimes they get that just from being constructs and whatnot.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Adnines, you slowly start to come to, but you're not 100% certain what's the matter. Your diagnostic comes up again as it did before when you took that fatal shot, and you're struggling remembering anything other than those handful of memories that were written to your kernel. And it begins to boot up, and it finds that something is amiss, and it basically begins the processes of a full restart. Well, with the exception of some things that are hard written into you. And this
Just
is
a
what's,
hard reset.
yeah, with the exception of those memories which you do. You feel as though you are not the person you were when you took that bullet, and that you may have either, been reborn, like reincarnated on the spot, or the soul that was in your body previously has left, and you are now the new inhabitant. But you're still heavily conflicted on which, as the memories of whatever happened are still very fresh in your mind. After it nearly got blown out, that is. So, you awake, your visual processors come on, and you try to move, but you find that your hands are currently bound in a chair. And before we go any farther, even though you can't see each other yet, please explain what your character looks like to us. Here's a picture.
Okay. Well, it is a masked figure. He wears pretty professional looking armor. However, it is ripped apart with bullet impacts, gouges. Some of it is flat out shattered. You see cracks all over it. And the helmet has a small hole through the right side of the face. And through it, the cracked panel of the helmet, you can see one of the eyes of the person behind it.
All right. So, you notice that you are bound to what appears to be an operating table of some kind. And you, what do? You, after about another minute, you have your full range of motion back.
Mm-hmm.
but you're still unable to move. How do you choose to try to get out of this situation?
I start struggling to get out and slightly panicking because I'm not sure what the fuck is going on, and I have no idea who am I.
Yeah, you're undergoing a range of motion. Go give me an athletics check to see if you can break through these bonds.
Are we full health?
You're all
17?
you're all full health, and I will explain why that is. So you're unfortunately not quite able to get out, despite the panic that you're going. You're still realizing that you're recovering from serious wounds. You feel fine, but there's still the long-term impact of dying, and this whole "am I the person
Probably
I was before?"
my HUD starts saying that external damage to several areas, emergency repairs activated. However, repairs required. Artificial muscle not working in sector B or something.
Yeah. Well, it's basically saying that your cognitive processor is still a little banged up, and that you need to be careful. But as you're kind of looking up, you see that there's various monitors around. You don't see anyone else here at the moment, which you find kind of funny. You're in some type of research lab. You have no idea here. It definitely wasn't that place where the incident happened. But then you see something interesting. The computer over here. See where I'm pointing?
Yeah, I see it.
Something appears on its monitor that wasn't there before. And then eventually it starts to spark, and then the entire monitor explodes. And you see this little thing jump out. Get the right tool.
Oh shit.
It's a little yellow semi-holographic projection. It looks like a goblin, but it has a monitor for a face and loose wires for hair. And it immediately begins looking around. Oh, make me a culture check.
All right.
One of you already knows what this is, but the rest of you probably don't.
It's an 8.
It's some type of construct, some type of fully artificial construct, as in it lives on the infonet, but can maintain a physical form for a short period of time. You don't know what it is, but it seems to notice you and kind of walks over, jumping. It actually goes to here, and then it promptly teleports next to you and kind of looks at you, go, "Ooh!" Yeah.
I start struggling a little bit more and kind of like, well, if I could, I would punch it in the face.
You actually can't because both of your hands are restrained, but it kind of jumps up on this plane that kind of looks at you. And then you actually see an actual light bulb appear over its head, and then it pops, and it casts its fingers forward and goes yabada, and it probably zaps the restraints that are holding you, and they spark, and then eventually the power gives out to that area, causing the lights to dim slightly in this area, but not enough that it affects your sight.
The
And
second my restraints loosen, I try to grab him.
All right, make an athletics check to see if you can grab the little shit. All right, so he's gonna attempt to dodge away from you with an acrobatics of his own. Hold on a second. Let me just check his stats real quick. Okay. Oh yeah, she doesn't have a bonus to acrobatics. So it's going to be a flat roll, I believe, with plus his dexterity, which is 2. Okay, that's not that great of a roll. He's going to have to try pretty hard to beat you. Nope, you snag him.
I grab him by the throat and say, "Two questions. Who am I? Where am I?" I squeeze tighter and say, "Where am I?"
Yeah, well, he doesn't seem to be able to speak a language you understand.
Am I completely free now?
You are completely free at the moment.
Okay.
Yes.
I get out and I still hold him by the throat and I look on to the doors on my left. These ones, are they locked? Or do they look locked?
All right. What you see before you is what's referred to as a hard light door.
Okay.
These are see-through, but you cannot move past them. There is a panel on the wall that you could potentially open them with, but you again still have no idea where the hell you are.
With the creature in my hand, I start struggling out,
The
stumbling
restraints.
forward.
Yeah, you kind of stumble out and you're free. He doesn't seem to be terribly happy about being choked, but it doesn't seem like it's actually hurting him. Given that he's
Okay.
literally a program, that's probably why.
Okay. I hit the door with my hand because I thought it was see-through. And when I realized that I cannot open it, I slam the creature's head against the door and say, "Open this."
And I'll move your token to where you are, please, because this is going to be relevant.
Mm-hmm. And I carry the techno goblin thingy with me, and I slam him against the door and tell him, "Open now."
Okay, so give me just 1 second to do something. Yeah. So. Okay, there we go. All right. So, done.
Did he open the door?
Sorry, I'm doing something in the background at the moment. Give me just a sec.
No problem.
So yes, he does open the door. It the power field goes down, but the second he gets close to that electrical outlet, he slowly begins to fade away into it, and you eventually lose your grip on him. And he kind of waves to you with just his head and his arms sticking out of the console. Bye bye, and is gone. And he probably shorts out that that thing as well. And I need you to make me a perception check, if you'd be so good. After which we'll be moving to someone else.
16.
Okay. Down the hallway, turning the corner, you begin to see something. As one of these comes just barely into sight. It hasn't yet looked in your general direction. It looks to be a standard security drone. And you probably don't want to be spotted by it right about now. So go ahead and make an acrobatics check to try to get out of the way.
Yeah.
16? All right,
16?
that's enough. You're able to dodge behind the
Alright.
door as it comes over.
I dart behind the door and just like peek out slowly to see if when it passes.
Yeah, you kind of hear it murmuring to itself in its own like simple binary. You don't understand binary as it's too simple of a language. It's too complicated of a language, I should say, even for an android. You hear it making a and it immediately scans the fact that the door is down. But let's see if it senses anything completely unusual. Actually,
Just to be sure, I don't have my weapons with me.
no, not at the moment. You are still wearing your armor, though. Why that wasn't taken from you, you don't know. Could be the extent of the damage that you took. They didn't want to risk making it worse, in case, like part of your helmet was lodged into your brain or something. Which, I mean, with the way your head's thumping right now, it damn well feels like that could be the case. Let's see. Actually, do. All right, so 17 is not enough. You are out of the way. You probably think it's logging the fact that the door is out of commission, and then promptly turns away. It actually goes through this door. It stands through the door for a second. The door opens, and it disappears from sight as far as you can see. And now we're going to be going on to somebody else because, conveniently enough, other people are waking up. Now, who would be the next person? I think it would be Nova. So, when we last left you off, you had a rather unfortunate incident with a cold crystal that didn't quite agree with you. And you, you still feel frozen, but that's the thing. You're actually able to feel again. You don't really know how long it's been, but slowly but surely you start to hear a robotic voice speaking in cryostasis, 99% thawed. Please await retrieval. And with that, you hear 100% cryopod opening. And you stumble out back into the world. You're no longer frozen. So, what's going through Nova's head right about this point? You also stumble immediately into some crates.
Well, at the moment, he is just quickly looking around because he has no idea where he is, probably.
Make a perception check, as this surrounding may be familiar to you.
That would be convenient.
It would, wouldn't it? All right, you definitely know you're still inside Viatech Labs, but something's off about it, and you just can't place it. You're definitely not where you were before, and that's saying something. But this room within looks slightly familiar, just not the equipment that's within it. So you kind of stumble out. You're still suffering the long-term effects of being frozen. So your memory of anything pertinent is kind of shady at the moment. So you're still, you know who you are, you know the basics, but any long-term memories past that are currently beyond you. You're suffering from what is quickly known as brain freeze, and it happens when people are cryogenically frozen for an extended period of time. And, well, given how violently you were unintentionally frozen, that also could have helped with the, accelerating the process. But,
Do I still know Mira?
You do still know Mira. Yeah, you remember her name, you remember that she's here, but something doesn't quite seem right. What do you do immediately? The door before you, I believe, should be locked or should be closed.
Well, I mean, I'm just gonna try to leave the room and look for others.
Go ahead and make an acrobatics because you're still kind of shaking off the cryo freeze and, your legs aren't quite moving as quickly as you want, so try to get to the door in front of you.
Did you say look for otters?
All right, yeah, you actually...
There we go.
God damn it.
That's some otter nonsense right there.
Mm.
So you managed to basically flip clean over, and it's almost instinctively, when you land to your feet, you ready yourself as the door slides open, and it appears to be an automated door. It's just a simple nanoplastic, so it has no real resiliency to it. It slides open, revealing the room that you remember being in when this cryo freeze, but the what is in it now was not in it when you remember being frozen. The scanner device, the scanner/containment field, has been significantly upgraded, and it looks like it's currently host to some strange creature. It looks a little bit something like this. Make me a culture check, and I might be able to tell you what this creature is. Okay. Yeah, that's enough. It's a fairly common creature, or at least it's commonly depicted. Kind of has a Tyrannosaurus kind of vibe to it in the media, so you see it frequently as the big bad monster. This is a Kazakh, and this one appears to be pacing around. It looks like it does not like being pinned in. It's currently pinned in by a field of some kind. It looks sturdy enough to keep it in. But so far, the creature has yet to notice you. How do you proceed?
Well, there is only one way out of this room, it seems. So I will slowly walk into the room.
Okay. And are you attempting to be stealthy or not?
No, not really. I don't think I'm that smart at the moment, or at least not
Your
catching
brain's-
up to the fact that that thing could be hostile. And I'm expecting the shield to work.
All right, so just check something real quick.
Trying to walk as casually into the room as I can.
Hopefully it's not that perceptive. Yeah, it doesn't even notice you. It seems to just be feeling along the edge of the field. It zaps it a little bit, but it seems to have figured out how far away it can stay and only be gently zapped. You think it's attempting to find some kind of weak point in the force field, and it's given the marking it's left in the grading below it. It's been pacing for quite a while. You might be able to slip past it if you so wish.
There's nothing on this side of the room, right? Just a
No.
console or something. But the door is only on the north.
Yes, there is a
Okay.
door to the north, and that's the only way out, so you can see.
Well, that's where I'm heading.
All right. You get to the door, and this one actually does not immediately open for you. It asks for you to insert a code. Go ahead and give me a computer's check to see if you can guess the code. You know that areas like this, yep, you pretty much, believe it or not, it opens up with the good old 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it then opens up, revealing things maybe. A way forward. But make me a perception check as soon as the door opens, if you'd be so kind. Okay. So move as you would, and I'll tell you when to stop.
Do I remember where Mira's station is from here? Because she had basically her own workplace.
Yeah, it's actually that one over there in the corner.
And she's not here.
No, you do not see her anywhere.
Great. Which one was the way out? North?
North, yes. But was the small matter of this, as it comes hovering by nonchalantly. Make me a... I'm assuming you want to attempt to avoid it, or maybe not.
No. I'm still guessing that I'm allowed to be here. So
Okay.
I'm not avoiding it. Not even
All right.
drawing a weapon.
Okay, give me just 1 second then. Hold something. I need to pop this out. Let's roll this a lot. All right. Let's see if it notices you in its lazy patrol. That's not even enough to notice you. It just kind of continues to go by. But yes, that was Mira's station that you just walked by.
Is her station, is it active?
It is, yes.
Logged in or something?
These ones appear to be always logged in, or at the very least, the person who was supposed to be on it never bothered to log out.
Can I check if there are any recent notes, or, well, let's say that I start to check the date, because I have no idea how long I've been in cryo.
All right. So you begin to check the date, and at first you're really wondering if you're seeing things or not. The date shows that you've been in cryostasis for almost 50 years. And that you also kind of go through several notes. There's been some email exchanges that you're able to open up. And you hear a frequent reference to, in these, you spend a few minutes looking through them to kind of sync you up with someone else who you'll meet soon enough. That you've been what's referred to as Mira's pet project for the last, 50 years. It seems that when you were frozen, she was so overcome with guilt that she pretty much gave up everything else she was doing for the company and focused purely on trying to get you the hell out of your current situation. But according to the last records, you were moved into the equivalent of the closet to be just left alone. Her pet project being something she never succeeded at before she chose to leave the company. but apparently something did because you're no longer frozen.
How
But it
long
shows
ago did she leave the company?
that 3 years ago.
Darn it. Well,
Make me a computers check. Because you might be able to find something useful. Yeah, that's enough. You find that there is actually an RSVP as you kind of scroll down. You eventually do find her extranet email. So that's definitely something you'll be able to message her at a later date.
ooh, can I just message her from this console?
Unfortunately, this console is locked out from the outside. It's basically in autistic mode, so it can't connect with the outside infosphere. Probably to
Okay.
keep people from blabbing things that they shouldn't, but that seems a little excessive. You never got that vibe from Viacorp, but you also realize it's been 50 years, so things change.
Then
So.
I'll just remember the idea so I can contact her later.
All right. So where do you choose to go from here?
Well, I'm still heading out,
Okay, go right ahead.
hoping that, well, I don't get shot by that drone that is now going to spot me.
Nope, it still misses you. Only
Well,
just barely.
Then I'm just casually walking around it and
All right, and it's at that time, just as you cross to about here, Adnines, you maybe decide maybe now the coast is clear to try to move. You see someone else, but it doesn't look like someone who belongs here. And that's where we're going to leave you two for the moment. And we'll be coming back to you once we figure out who next is going to wake up. And I think that's going to be Miss Sami. So, you got double-crossed twice, and
Yep.
it ended up with you getting knocked unconscious by a little assholey Yusoki, who then promptly got himself double-crossed right back, because payback's a bitch. And
Karma.
Karma, yes. Sweet, sweet karma. But you then saw some man said that he had a very specific interest in you, and then you blacked out. You awake on a operating table. Although not operating table, a bed. You are strapped down to it, and you are bereft of your equipment, but you are still clothed, thankfully. You do feel something feels off about you, though. Make me a sleight of hand to try to escape your binds.
Yep.
They took your kidneys.
Coming up.
They made you a man.
All right. You're able to quite easily get out. They seem to have been just laxly put on you as a precaution. You think you've been under for a while, whether they've been keeping you sedated or whatnot, you're uncertain. So as you kind of sit up, look around, you kind of feel your antenna, just as it's kind of a natural thing for Lashunta to do when they wake up. And you feel that some of the fuzz on one of your antennas is actually missing. It seems that they've clipped it off. And you also feel a lock of hair is missing as well, much to your chagrin, I would assume.
God damn it. Yep, pretty much.
Right.
Okay, so she's gonna hop off the table. Does she recognize where she is?
You have no idea where the heck you are, but you're definitely something to do with research and development. And actually,
Lovely.
before we get to you, I forgot that Nova, you didn't actually tell us what you look like. So give us a rundown of what your character looks like.
I am a Lashunta, which is, well, about 30 years old looking, wearing a blue fancy breastplate that looks pretty much humanoid, with a lot of medals on it. And at the moment, I'm not sure if he even still has his cloak and other stuff. So
You pretty much had it all on when you got frozen, so you pretty much had everything with you. You're the only one who, at the moment, is fully equipped.
okay. Well, and I also have a blue cloak covering up most of the breastplate.
All right.
Does he have a
Which you don't
weapon?
see on the. I have. If you're near me, you can see that I have 2 pistols on my belt.
Okay.
All right. So now, we got that out of the way.
But they're probably covered up by the cloak still.
Miss Sami, why don't you tell us a little bit what your character looks like?
Well, hiya. Well, Sami is also a Lashunta, so that's fun. But she has strawberry pink hair, as you can see, with blue tips, because it's cool, and her antennas match her hair. Apart from that, she is wearing a very skin-tight suit at the moment. Looks more like biker outfit, with a jacket to match. And I'm assuming she doesn't have any of her usual gear, so you won't see that. But she usually has a cloak, like a long cloak, but I don't know if that's here, like a long coat.
All right. You don't see your long coat anywhere, though you are kind of happy you're still clothed. Looking around, you definitely see various instruments lying around. It appears that they were doing experiments on you. Thankfully, you kind of count your fingers and your toes, and it looks like they haven't done anything extreme. They just have taken simple samples. You
How do my
definitely have.
clothes look? Because I know they were pretty ragged after the solo.
They've been they're still somewhat ragged, but you yourself are feeling a lot better. You seem to have all your wounds tended to while you were unconscious, so they were very clearly interested in keeping you alive, if nothing else. So
She
you also
sighs
see.
to herself and says, "Well, valuable indeed, I guess."
So you do notice there is a computer right next to you.
She's gonna look at it and see if there's any useful information on there.
All right, go make me a computers check, and
Yep.
then move your token to where you are, so I know. All right. It's not a very hard hack, as again, no one really expects someone to get into the facility this far, so they don't bother with any significant passwords. It also doesn't help that they literally wrote it on the underside of the keyboard, like so many people tend to do.
Of
And you
course.
quickly get into the doctor. Well, lists all his various useless, pointless accomplishments that no one cares about because ego.
Mm-hmm.
But it goes in that you are a what's referred to as a Fey-touched Lashunta. Even though that Fey and magic is gone, and that most Fey that were in our world have kind of adapted to be more alien than anything, some Lashunta are still touched by that Fey. Hence, why you have more curly antenna than most Lashunta have, and how you're even more attractive than most Lashunta. And that they are very interested in seeing if they could replicate some of those things, that Fey look in other Lashunta, as you are considered quite a desirable person because of that, and they seem to have been taking various samples. So far, it shows that they've taken hair, feeler fuzz. I don't know. Even the doctor doesn't really know what to call it. Given that most Lashunta don't have, feeler fuzz, and a blood sample so far, and that they're pushing to do more, but apparently a higher up is saying that that's the kind of samples they're interested in, saliva and other liquids, bone marrow, things like that, is just not going to yield anything. And they pretty much just denied him. And there's a couple paragraphs of him just bitching that, no one understands his genius, blah, blah, blah.
What's the doctor's name? I'm assuming that's on there as well.
Dr. Turang definitely sounds like a human name.
Mm-hmm.
Someone of quote unquote Asian descent, although that being said, a human's a human in this, so
Fair enough.
so that's the name, which I'm assuming you're
Does
definitely
she
gonna write.
see a date? Yeah, I'm definitely writing it down already, but
All right, going by the date and then checking your the last date you remember, because you check the dates pretty frequently with your work.
yep.
You realize you've been out about 3 days.
3 days. Okay, not too bad then.
Yeah. You also do see a note saying that the doctor also recommended strongly that the sedative that they put you under be upped because you were quickly growing resistant to it. But the other doctor pretty much bitched him out because he had been nothing but a pain in the ass. So that's probably why you woke up when you did.
Well, that's good to know. I'm not hooked up at the moment, right?
Nope, you're not hooked up to anything.
Good. Then she's gonna look outside the door.
Okay, let me just check.
And she's gonna be stealthy about it, of course.
All right, go ahead and roll me that stealth check.
Yep.
So the door is, again, one of those automated doors. It just slides open. They were not expecting you to be awake, let alone able to get out of your restraints. So you kind of stealthily sneak out into the room in front of you.
Lovely. Well, she's gonna, again, stealthily sneak out.
Do
Doo-doo-doo-doo. Does
that
she
a lot.
see anything?
So you see a large console in front of you. Appears to be the main research console. You also see several small vials that are attached to the machinery underneath that are filled with things that are pink and red. You have a funny feeling what they probably are. It seems
Yep.
that's what they're using to analyze your various, the interesting things about you.
Fair enough. So I'm assuming that's the door to my left.
All right, so you see two doors in front of you. You see one door up here that leads into another office of some kind, and then you see there's a double door leading that way. That seems to be the main way out.
Okay. So first, before she's doing that, she's gonna sneak up to this window. Or is it a window or is it more a door?
It's a door.
Can she see through it?
No, it's a solid plastic door, and you also know that this door, like the other one, will open automatically when you get close enough to it. Let me just check the dynamic lighting later. So do you choose to open the door? Hello?
Pretty much.
Okay. Yeah, I realized that dynamic lighting didn't quite go all the way. So let me get the dynamic lighting out of the way. It's like your bloody tool. Help. It slides out of the way. See what you see. Sneaking in. Let me see if the this gentleman before you seems to be absent-mindedly looking at a computer. He's currently sitting there. He's wearing what appears to be bodyguard armor and your standard security armor, and has a las pistol on his side, or laser pistol on his side. He looks like a standard security mook. So let's see
And
if
I
he's
don't have
noted.
any of my gear, right?
Nope. Let me see if he perceives you. There will be a penalty that because he is distracted. Nope, he doesn't see you.
Can she solid snake assassinate from behind, if you know what I mean?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Go for the sneaky.
Are you gonna choke a bitch?
What?
Yeah,
Yeah,
just-
pretty much. What do you need me to roll for that?
Just roll a good old-fashioned attack roll with your knife, because that has just the normal attack roll you would use.
I would like to remind you that he was only 2 days from retirement.
Well,
I mean, she's
unfortunately,
not gonna kill him. She's just
gonna choke him out.
well, yeah, pretty much. She's gonna see how well it goes. If he
We
keeps
should just look
struggling
for some
over and
vases to-
over, she'll choke him, and if he doesn't, she'll basically go into an interrogation with him.
You should just beat him with this coffee mug.
There is one handy.
Full attack? No or yes? I don't know.
No.
It is.
And then go ahead and roll your trick attack to see, because this would definitely be an opportunity for you to use it.
Yep.
Okay.
Abilities.
Well, he is flat-footed, so that it actually hits, believe it or not. These guys do not have great AC. So, is... All right, and then the trick attack. Trick attack does not go through, unfortunately. So
Okay.
you do kind of whack him back of the head, and you're basically grabbing him, choking him out, and pulling him backwards. He can't talk at the moment, given you're choking him, but you are in control at the moment. What do you choose to say to him?
Can she take the pistol?
Yeah, you can take his pistol.
Yeah, she will.
He's completely caught off guard by your presence. So now you have his laser pistol.
Hooray. Okay, let me just add that to my notes, and we'll figure it out if I keep that or not.
Yeah. You can just roll your normal pistol, and then it's a D4 instead of a D6 against DAC.
Fair enough. Okay. Well, then she's gonna loosen her grip a bit so that he can talk, and be like, "Okay, sugar, explain to me where the hell I am, please."
What the fuck? You're not supposed to be awake. Make an intimidate check.
Yep, coming up.
Let's see how scary you can be.
Kind of.
I mean, it's enough
Not
he
ready.
isn't interested in answering you at first, but when you kind of press the pistol up against the side of his head, he realizes the compromising situation he's currently in. Firecorp, you're in the Firecorp Research and Development Wing. Fucking bitch.
Why, thank you. Well, that's one thing answered. Also, Jake, how the heck do I spell that?
It is spelled like this. Do, 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 do.
Do I know that name?
It is actually a commonly known name, and you're a kind of person that's in on the know enough that you don't actually need to roll for this.
Mm-hmm.
Biocorp is a well-known genetics research and development. They're actually the ones that, like, I actually never asked this. Is your hair color natural, or is that how you dyed it?
Well, I
silly.
assumed that due to you painting my antennas that color.
Yeah.
I don't know. That would be natural, but
Hopefully it is,
can be
because
dyed
getting
as
the
well.
tips done every week is going to be a pain in the ass.
No, let's
Well,
just say
actually-
it's natural.
Well, that's your natural color, but you can also alter your color. You probably have used their products in the past to experiment with different hair colors. Effectively, what they do is they sell hair dye that literally changes your hair to always grow that color afterwards. And they're one of the leaders in this and all kinds of other things. You see all kinds of advertisements all over the place for a holographic lipstick and all kinds of other things. They make quite a market off of helping people be the special snowflakes they want to be, which is probably why they're interested in you, given that you are a
Lovely.
rare form of Lashunta.
Mm-hmm. As I've gotten from the from the tablet as well.
Yep.
Yep. Okay. So she's just gonna take him outside and be like, "Now you're just gonna show me the exit and be a good boy, okay?" Still pointing the pistol, of course.
All right. So you kind of slowly begin to walk him out. He's resisting the entire way, but the fact that he has a laser pistol pointed right to his head, and with no helmet on, he isn't exactly in a good mood. So as you kind of get to the doors leading out, that's where I'm going to leave you off. And go to some others who are having a rough day. Let me see. Let's go with Magnus. Magnus.
All right.
So you had you had a great day. You ended a day off with a arousing heist, including making potentially a new friend in a awfully helpful showbad. But at the same time, you realized someone double crossed you as you just as you got to the dead drop where your payment was supposed to be. You got a message from the corporation that you were working for. Technically, you've been working for Viacorp via them. Again, they're just layering themselves as to distance themselves from any problems that might be caused.
They're a subcontractor.
Yeah, effectively.
Well, it seems I'm not the only one who got double crossed, but I sure got hit hard.
Yeah, you ended up falling down a pit, and you're not dead. You actually feel better, but you're still kind of feeling achy. Just because the wounds have healed doesn't mean that your body's kind of caught up to that part.
Is my backpack still there?
Your backpack is currently not with you. You're only in your clothing.
And is my concealed weapon with me?
Where do you conceal said weapon?
In my special pockets in my second skin.
Okay.
That sounds very dodgy.
Well, let's see if they were smart enough to check your second skin thoroughly. So let's go D20 plus 5. Nope, they actually did not.
Sweet.
You managed to somehow stuff it up your butt. I'm not even going to ask. I'm just going to assume it's outer space. You have your own little personal pocket dimension or something.
It is a faintly smelly weapon that you
I
pull
am
out.
smelly, but that has nothing to do with sticking things up my butt. Thank you.
Yeah, you got lovely cheeks you have.
What? Why? Where am I?
So you wake up to look at your surroundings and you see that you're currently in a small cell. You were looking out through a hard light door that's leading out to the rest of, what you can see. Actually, I think I might have blocked those off. Give me just a sec. Or can you see out of your little cell, actually?
I don't think. Wait. I don't see anything right now. Nope.
Okay,
Everything black.
Hold on a second. Oh, do you not have eyes?
I
Thought I
sure hope I still have eyes, but no.
Oh, maybe you do, maybe you don't. Oh, there you go. I didn't give you sight.
All right.
There you go.
Removed your eyes.
Now you can see. Now you see what you see. You're in a small cell on a padded bed. Your wounds have been treated. You're certain you got banged up pretty good from the fall you took. You're bouncy, but not that bouncy. And yet, you see in front of you what you see. Empty cells. You appear to be the only one that you can see at the moment. And you're currently stuck in a hard light cell. Make an engineering check.
Oh boy. Okay.
It's not all defenses are as airtight as they seem. Okay. Yeah, you know that hard light are just basically cheap force fields without the force or the field. It's just basically a field. They can actually be bypassed by small, dexterous hands. So go ahead and make me a computer checks if you want to try to get out of here. I assume you do.
Yep.
Bold assumption, I know.
Although I'm not very good at that.
You kind of fiddle with it for a little bit, and you're going to spend. You eventually get it, but it takes you a full minute. And when you do, it eventually pops open, and the hard light barrier deactivates, and you now may walk beyond it.
I carefully look around the corner.
You look around the corner, and you just see a long hallway leading to a door. Appears to be about a dozen or so, and there is a console to your left. And, well, tell us about yourself, you smug little shit.
I'm a fucking otter. That's it.
Done deal.
Short but sweet.
I'm about 5 feet tall. I look comparatively young for... If you can tell things about otters, I guess. I have very, very dense, well-kept fur without bald spots. So
you're not gray in the muzzle yet.
Yep. I wear a casual sort of suit that's currently a little bit dirty and smelly. And yeah, I have big googly eyes, and I look cute apparently.
And you have, of course, whiskers. Are they groomed in a particular way?
Also apparently have anal pockets or something. Nope. Anyway, that's me.
One thing you immediately notice, Magnus, is once you realize that all your things were taken from you, you immediately start feeling your body, and you realize that in wherever you normally keep your locket, which I'm assuming is not as well hidden as your pistol, it's still there. For some reason,
just wear that as a necklace.
Yeah, for some reason they chose not to take that from you.
That might save someone's brain cells, to be fair, so good decision.
Yeah. So you see a computer terminal in front of you. It doesn't look like it would take very much. You could probably just take 10 to pop it open if you want to get some information.
Sure thing.
All right, so you immediately get a welcome message. Welcome to Via Corp, which you remember as the people who double-crossed you. Welcome to their security mainframe, and how may we assist you in incarceration today? And very other niceties. And you begin going down the list. The only easy information you have access to from this console is pretty much who is currently incarcerated, which would be you. And apparently there's also someone down at the other end on the opposite side. But all the information is it's a Shirren who is of interest. That's pretty much all you've gotten.
Okay. Well, I didn't come here to surf the web, so I guess I'll sneak while looking into the cells and slowly make my way forward.
You can stealth check. Okay. Good. You're still whispering, by the way. You want to change that back or not? It's
Oh,
up to you.
right. I forgot.
Yeah. I mean, I can see him, so that's all that matters.
That's fine. That's fine. There we go.
Okay. That's a pretty good stealth check. So you're checking them 1 by 1, 2 by 2. Well, technically 2 by 2 since you can see 2. While the beds are kind of like out of order, it's clear that no one's been in them for a while. They're made. It's just someone's too lazy to push the beds back flush again.
I would retrieve my pistol and hold it behind my back.
All right. So just kind of doing that nonchalant whistle Looney Tune walk. And then when you get to... Actually, hold on. Let me see if this is actually something you can see through. Yes, you can. Okay. So when you get to right about there, make me a perception check. Okay. You faintly begin to hear the hovering of a very familiar kind of drone. The same kind that you put a hole in that may have ended up for you being here. And it slowly begins to come around the corner, giving you an opportunity to get the fuck out of the way and hopefully not get spotted by it.
Well, since there's... Are these cells all blocked by hard light barriers, or can I hide in one of them?
They are blocked by hard light barriers, but you could potentially just open them from this side if you wanted to.
Sure.
They have a...
Oh,
right.
okay. Just a button, or...?
Yeah, it's literally you just you know the code because you just looked at it from the console. It's just a 3-digit password, and you hit the button.
Yeah, right.
And
I do that.
it powers down. You're able to go through. The robot will go up to the door, and he will not go in it, but it will begin scanning into the room to see if he sees or senses anything. It I apologize. I didn't mean to assume its gender. 26. It's at first slightly suspicious. But it doesn't seem to have actual access to the room. So instead, it simply turns back around and whoops, warping time and space there. It goes here and then it basically just waits, but it doesn't move after that.
All right. What does the blanket look like?
The blanket looks like your standard nanofiber cloth, nothing special.
I will use that as a cloak.
All right.
Since it roughly has the same color as the walls, I assume.
Yeah, close enough. Same beigeish color. And from your current position, you might also see something or someone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, how about before you move on, we're going to move up to Taxcala.
Okay.
You well, after being a very nice person and helping a wayward lovers, let's just call them, find each other, you eventually realize that someone was very interested in you, but you're not sure why. As you kind of slowly wake up, you realize you're laying on a bed. You're missing all your equipment save your armor, which they for some reason haven't bothered to take off. And you also feel a rather strong pain in your abdomen. And you're not exactly sure why that is, but maybe that's why they were so interested in you. I mean, you are specifically a little bit rarer than most Shirren, for obvious reasons. So why don't you tell us what you look like?
Well, I am a cricket type creature from what everyone says. I normally wear leather but this is like smart leather, if you know what I mean. It looks almost like a suit that he's currently wearing, something a bodyguard or personal protection would wear. I have a bit more in the trunk, basically, a bit more junk in the trunk than most Shirren, but I look male and have all the predominant male features.
All right. So as you're kind of coming to, you see that on the other side of the hard light barrier, you see a small otter currently being very sneaky, pulling the the cloth off of a bed, and somehow figuring out how he's going to sneak by something that is vexing him. The
I'm
hard
just
light
gonna-
barrier does not prevent you from speaking through it. For reference, you can sound does go through it.
I'm just gonna telepathically connect him and be like, "Hey, what's up?"
All right, Magnus, you suddenly hear voices in your head.
What for that certainly is. Do I? This is a problem, isn't it?
Yeah, you're not losing it just yet, but I guess you could be a problem. What you doing?
Oh. Well, I was just pleasantly invited to this location, so I was just stepping around a bit and making myself familiar. Who might you be?
So you know where we are?
Roughly, maybe.
I'm
Sadly.
gonna sense motive him.
Yeah, sense mode of that. And then oppose it by a bluff. Then let's
Wasn't
just
really
see.
meaning to lie, but sure.
Use cast.
Yeah, you trust him.
Yeah,
I'm very
He's
trustworthy.
a fluffy otter. I'm like, he's good.
there's something not quite adding up, Tax, but you're also kind of still out of it. So at this point, you don't really care all that much.
Yeah, my name's Taxcala. Nice to meet you.
That's color. Okay. I am Magnus. Very nice to meet you. Could be nicer though, I suppose, given the location. So
Am
one
I
breakout.
restrained to the bed? Jake, am I restrained to the bed?
You are not. Neither of you were, in fact.
I'm
The
just
hard
gonna
light
stand
barrier
up
seems to be the main thing keeping you in.
and walk just to like.
Oh,
Oh, so these blue lines is a hard light barrier, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'll like stand on the edge, look at the cell, look around.
by the way, there is a
Telepathically.
drone, so don't make too much noise. I'll get you out of there in just a second. If we have an agreement. You're not of the... what do I know about his species?
Shirren are very common species of absurdly friendly insects. They used to be part of the swarm until they developed a mutation that gave them free will, and they've never looked back. Their integration into the wider galaxy was a little bit tough at first, but they're generally just a good-natured people, despite how off-putting they look.
Well,
Right.
what's your deal?
Well, let's say we are friends, and everything that is not our friend is not our friend. Right?
Well, what are friends? What aren't friends in here? I don't even know where here is.
Well, I just woke up, so I'll have to figure that out, but I'm pretty sure that drone is not one, so,
Wait a minute. You're saying you lied to me?
why?
You said you just woke up and you don't know where you are. You were saying you know where you are and you're a guest here. So why are you stuck in the cell as well?
Well, I have a hunch, let's say. Does Viacorp say anything to you?
Would it mean anything to me, Jake?
You've heard of Viacorp. It's kind of one of the major biological pharmaceutical companies, like I mentioned. You know that they do offer lines of Shirren products, and you get plenty of ads for specifically rainbow-colored Shithin for some fucking reason. Just in case you want to be that level special bug flake.
You mean in the giant conglomerates of companies?
Somewhere in their buildings, I suppose.
Yeah, the Viacorp is also one of the bigger ones, in fact.
Yeah, I don't like the smell of this at all. We'll stick together until we out of here. Deal?
Nice deal. I like deal.
You two are going to be fast friends, I imagine. Okay. Let's take a look at our current situation and see who we have yet to speak to. Okay, well, that leaves only one person. So I'm gonna leave you two there just for a minute. As the three of you are about to meet. Well, last but certainly not least is the doctor. You find yourself waking up and you realize that you have something around your neck and you're currently sitting at a bench working on something. You don't remember wanting to be here or working on this, yet here you are. What do you do?
I'm first of all I'm gonna check what I have on me.
At the moment, you just have your armor and your clothing, as well as your personal commute is still here. But wherever you are, you're not getting terribly good reception. You don't know where your weapons are at the yeah, and when you do, he walks up from behind. He apparently was standing at attention, and he's mostly intact. In fact, you notice the repairs done appear to be your handiwork, but you have no memory of actually doing them. That heavy collar around your neck.
Can I use Bob's camera to actually look at what I have on my neck?
All right. Yeah, through Bob's camera, you're able to take a look. See, you have a collar around your neck, and make me a engineering check.
This is gonna be fun.
All right. This is a psychoreactive collar that is basically, if it's put on someone unconscious, it makes them susceptible to suggestion, fairly heavy suggestion, and you don't even need to be a psychic yourself to do it.
Okay, so
the thing about these things is that they can be a little bit fragile. And the fact that you can pop it open and take it off now, you realize. And you kind of jangle it a little bit and you realize you're hearing the shattered remains of the crystal that was inside. And taking a look around at the humming of the various generators and other things in this room, you realize that the person who put it on you had no idea that there are certain resonances that these collars can't be around, and they unintentionally shattered the collar and freed you from its control.
So what am I working on?
You just seem to be doing simple maintenance. One of the power nodes is currently offline as it's being repaired by you, apparently.
Am I almost done, or?
You look like you just popped it open, in fact. You're just doing the gut right now as you're seeing what the fuck is wrong.
Can I hack into this? Are there like a display or something I can hack into to check stuff?
The desk that you're currently sitting at, which you assume is yours, does in fact have a computer monitor, and you are logged in, so you can make a computer's check. Unfortunately, you accidentally bump a tool, and you accidentally zap your own console, and it turns off. And it's probably going to take a couple minutes to turn back on.
Okay. Whoopsie. Yeah. I'm gonna run diagnostics on Bob to see if they have installed some malware or like monitoring.
All right.
Basically flush the system.
Yeah, go ahead and make me another computer's check for Bob.
That was better.
All right. So looking through Bob's subsystems and whatnot, you realize that he is completely unchanged. And you kind of put two and two together that they figured as long as you're pacified, he's pacified. And they probably didn't. You actually notice that when he turns around, when you're looking at him, you see that he has a sign saying, "Someone dump this stupid thing. I'm tired of looking at it every time I go down to engineering." But there Bob stands, the same guy he was. Oh, yeah. Speaking of which, Dr. Herman, tell us about yourself.
So basically, I'm a middle-aged man wearing a rag flight suit, black beard. Yeah, they're just a normal, boring human that smokes a pipe.
There you go, Mr. Normal, boring human who smokes a pipe, thinking he's so fucking special, being so fucking normal.
So,
And then what does Bob look like? Here's Bob.
yeah. He is an old combat drone. He has ABC written on one of the shoulders. He looks like he's really old, and some of his parts are duct taped or iron taped. But he's been maintained by care. And he looks like he can fit a scuffle.
All right.
Primitive but effective.
Can't argue with the tried and true. So,
Yeah.
now what are you two gonna do to get the heck out of here? You not even sure where the hell you are. Although the terminal boy before it, as it's powering up, does say brought to you by Viacorp, which you know to be again that giant pharmaceutical, biological, blah blah blah.
My plan is basically to try to find a fire plant.
To find a fire what?
The engineering map of the facility. As I'm in engineering bay, they should have like schematics of the place.
Ah, very very smart. Okay, go ahead and make a. Oh, you can just take 10 then if you're not looking for anything like super specific. You're not exactly looking like for the weakness of the Death Star or anything. So
I'm gonna look at everything.
okay, then in that case, make a check.
I have done that. That was a critical success.
Okay, so yeah, you're quite easily able to find the entire floor and get root access to everything in engineering, which that's the benefit of your 20. So you pretty much have control over everything down here. The one thing you do know is that these generators you see behind you are not the primary power source. You realize that you're in one of the sub-level access areas of a very, very large megacorp skyscraper. And the primary generators are actually in another room. This is just basically running more low-level things, and it's also there just in case something needs to kick on, power outages and things like that.
Can I make the drones ignore me?
Yes, you can. You can access yourself and put you in, but it only will work for you, given that you do have engineering clearance. They were dumb enough to give you that, apparently.
Yes.
The person who put that collar on you was not using their brain,
So
ironically enough.
I'm gonna download everything useful I can get, like where they stored my weapons, fire exits, and how many guards there, where they're stationed.
Unfortunately, you can't access the guards. That's not within the purview of it. It's actually encrypted data that you don't have access to. And you know enough not to go poking in there because you're probably going to trip something. But you can get an idea where your equipment was taken to. It's currently being held in a safe in the primary security office on this floor.
Can I access the cameras?
Yes, you can. You can access one of their cameras. The only one that you have direct access to is. Let me see. Let me show. Okay, so you get access to this guy. Mind you, the camera, and there are no cameras. The drones themselves are the cameras.
Yeah.
So you should now be able to see through this guy's eyes. As you see, there is a drone that is currently set to it's alert. It's basically on alert for something amiss, but hasn't completely turned over to going hostile yet, or actively raising the alarm.
Okay.
So as it kind of scans back and forth, you very much out of the corner of your eye see that there is movement down either side. So you think something has gotten out and is currently
I'm not seeing anything.
Oh, do you not see
No, it's just black.
Okay, I guess it would help if I gave you control of it. So just don't move it because you weren't allowed. Okay, now you should be able to see.
Okay.
So yeah, you see that there's movement. You can't see who it is yet, But you do see it does sense movement, and it simply does not know what to do. This is highly unusual. So the drone, in its simple slaved programming, is just going back to the stand there and wait for something to happen.
So where's the? If I want to go to the security office, I'm going here or I'm going here.
Well, the only way up from this floor is the cargo elevator right above you, which you have access to.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna lit up my pipe
All right.
and struggle along.
All right.
And I'm gonna have the necklace on me.
Okay. So you two get into the elevator, I assume. And as you're making your way up several floors to get to the surface again.
Does my robot have the welder on him?
He still has his weapons. His shotgun is unloaded though.
Yeah, but I want a welder.
Yeah. Can you actually remove it from him? I believe it's integrated into.
Yeah, he's integrated.
Yeah, so you have that at least.
Yeah, and it's a maintenance thing.
Okay. So we're going to be moving back to Nova and Adnines as you two kind of lock eyes with one another.
Okay. Well, I'm going to make the first move. And out of the corner of your eye, Nova, you see from this door, the disabled one, stumbling out a heavily badly damaged person wearing armor. His helmet is flickering slightly, the lights on it, and he is stumbling slightly. He is holding up by one hand, and he's stumbling a little bit. There's a hole in his helmet. As he stumbles forward, he looks at you, and then he rushes straight at you. You're almost surprised, probably. Do I roll a bluff, by the way?
You do actually see genuine surprise from Nova, because he
I'm
has
gonna
no
run
idea who
straight
you
at
are,
him.
and he has no clue what is happening.
I'm gonna run straight at him, tackle him, and grab him by the throat.
All right,
And
make a.
I think we need initiative for this, because when
Alright.
I see you charging me, I am not an innocent person.
Is that how you make friends, huh?
Yep.
11.3.
Oh, make sure to click on your token before you do that.
Yeah, sorry. Oh,
Our first initiative, and it's not even with an enemy.
And never mind. Well, I guess you can rush me before I can even react.
oh yes, I rushed straight at him.
Okay.
Athletics.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to be an opposed athletics between the two of you.
All right, 14.
Go ahead. No, roll that on athletics. All right.
Okay,
so he
managed.
does manage to basically grab hold of
I'm
you.
back. Rolling shitty the whole day.
Aw.
It's okay, Chris.
Well, at least you're not the GM now.
This is a solid thing, right?
Yes, that appears to be some kind of
Column.
glowing globe column thing for.
Yeah. I slam him right against that with surprising speed and strength. I slam you straight into it, and I kind of, you see from the hole of the helmet, you see only one eye, and he says, "Who are you? And where is this?"
Well, I'm basically trying to get up again, but I blurt
Don't
out.
move.
Whoa! Easy, man. I just woke up. What the hell? This place was definitely different several years ago.
Stop talking. Where are we?
Well, I can answer you that one. We're in Viacorp's headquarters.
Viacorp. Does that trigger anything at all, Jake?
Make me an intelligence check to look back through your experiences, or the experiences you're still trying to put a place to.
21. Chris, yeah. Yay.
All right, yeah, you have heard of Viacorp, and you've actually you when I say you in parentheses have worked
Probably
for them before.
one of my data banks triggers, and I start searching up the word in my data banks.
Yeah, you kind of look through your memories, and you see that you have worked for them before. They're not exactly known to be the nicest company, but they also are known to pay well. That's pretty much all you at that time really seemed to care about was the money.
Viacorp. How do we get out of here? Do you know where the exit is?
Well, yes. I was heading to the exit. I think I still remember the way.
Do you have any... Actually, that's a good idea. I'm gonna pat him down and see if he has any weapons.
All right. I don't know how an old soldier is going to react to a random stranger tackling him and then moving to his weapons, so how does Nova react to this?
Well, if you are going for my weapons, I will literally say, don't touch those. Don't you dare.
I grab for the weapon, definitely. If he has the weapons, I definitely go for them.
Okay, if you're grabbing for the weapon, then I have to do this in character, because you're not the most friendly guy. I
Elbow
summon,
him in the nose.
I summon my own weapon, and you get a
Holy.
blade to your face. Out of nowhere.
Did I manage to finish reaching for his weapon?
Nope, not yet, unfortunately.
Damn it.
Let's see how this attack goes, shall we?
Oh shit, son.
Is this gonna be a record?
I think that is a hit.
Yeah.
And I don't know what attunement you're currently in, so that's potentially 6 damage. Now, do you
I
make
don't
that
think I
non-lethal?
have. I don't think I have any attunement at the moment.
All right.
Because it's not that dangerous, I guess.
Not yet, but if he
no.
gets a hold of your weapon, definitely
Yeah, then
will
it
be.
becomes. Yeah, it is non-lethal.
Right, so you get a non-lethal smack across the face. Remember, the green is your stamina bar, blue is your health, red is your resolve.
Ah, okay. Is that enough to hit me?
Well, check your AC.
Oh, yeah.
I'm fairly certain it
21
is.
better hits.
My AC is EAC or KAC.
EAC, or this would be KAC. This is a kinetic weapon.
KAC is 17.
All right, so yeah, you get smacked in the face for 5 points of damage.
And after that, I will try to roll back as well.
Okay. Skogs, can you mute yourself, please?
Yeah.
Or just turn off the music. So, after smacking him in the face, I will take a step back. Now, leave those hands away from my weapons, please. Get your own pistols.
He's gonna stand down. I mean, he did
Are
get
you
surprised.
lost or something? You don't look like you belong here.
Get out of here. We need to.
Well, I'm not gonna take you with me if you keep tackling me like that.
Lead the way then.
Oh,
Well, whatever you do, I'm leaving, and I just start walking away towards the exit. Which way is that? To the left?
Okay, so you move downwards to the left. It is actually, it is to the left again.
Okay. I also, while I walk away, I dismiss my weapon again.
Okay.
To this left or this left?
That goes north. You're not sure what's there, Nova. You only vaguely remember people in trench coat, or not trench coats, lab coats walking there. So it's probably not where you want to go.
Nova is heading this way.
Yes, he is heading that way.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna definitely go run up to him and try and stop him.
If that is where I remember the exit is, then I'm heading this way.
I'm gonna try and stop him because there's a fucking bot there, and yeah.
I'm
Right, you-
completely ignoring the bot, so it's probably getting an attempt to spot me again.
Yeah, I mean, you're literally, there's no way it can misuse it. Just stops down
Yeah,
there and comes back.
Shit.
And
I
then
really wanted
immediately,
to- Yeah.
all right, Adnines, I need to know where exactly you are at the moment.
I was 5 feet away from him, so I wanted to stop him and warn him about the bot before you went forward.
All right, so please put yourself where you would be in case we have to roll initiative here.
I would be around here, I suppose. I was walking towards him to stop him, because
I guess I would be right here or something.
yeah,
A little bit
then
down
I'd
this
probably
way.
be over here, like trying to get him away to the side from the bot.
All right, well, the bot's going to have a hard time not seeing you. Yeah, it does see you. And it just kind of calmly goes up to you, immediately scans you. There's a brief moment of recollection, and then there's a little bit of a cheery beep as it promptly goes on its way. And if you're 5 feet in front of him, you see the bot just ignores you at a nines. You think that maybe because he's with you and you're not doing anything overly suspicious, it has no real reason to suspect you are doing anything wrong. And it goes merrily on its way.
Don't worry about these things. They're harmless.
VerdTre Corp.
No, not really.
That
But I
bot
was-
just
I was invited in 50 years ago.
50 years ago?
Pretty much. At least
You-
that's what it looks
you
like.
see an already very confusedly acting person get even more confused.
Anyway, you didn't answer my question. Are you lost? How did you get here?
You see him kind of grab a hold of his head, and he's slightly like, I don't know. All I know is that I shouldn't be here. I need to leave this place.
Well, me too. I need to get in contact with Mira. Hopefully she's still alive.
You know that the odds of her still being alive are quite high. Contemplative have very long lifespans, so unless something unfortunate has befallen her, she's probably still alive. And it does recognize that she's left the company only 3 years ago. So she's been working 47 years to thaw your ass out. That's dedication.
Pretty much.
Considering you didn't even know her. So I'm assuming you two. Which way do you choose to go? You do
I'm
notice the
heading-
drone does open the northern passage and go through before reactivating the hard light. So
Do I know what is to the north, or don't I remember? Haven't been there?
it's just some type of research and development area. That's all you remember.
Eh, I'm heading to the exit. So, heading further this way.
All right. So how about when you get to there with Adnines? Won't we? Does anyone need a 5-minute break?
Nope.
No, I
Maybe.
think I can go on.
Well,
I already
need
took a drink, but you probably need a drink as well by now.
yeah. So I need a drink. I'm gonna go grab something. So let's take a
Alright.
5-minute break. And
Alrighty.
We'll be right back.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Gotta admit, sorry for doing the gruffy voice and attacking. It's just a part of the character.
Oh, I don't mind.
He's very confused if you haven't realized.
Well, you're lucky that I went for non-lethal.
Yep.
So my character's already entered a spy fig again.
I mean, by the way, is
Kind
the
of
voice
bad
I'm doing
gag.
okay? Does it sound okay? Should I do something else with it? Does it sound distinct enough from the usual voice?
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay then. Yeah. All right. Good.
I still honestly feel bad for Jake. We're literally making this near impossible for him to get us together as a party.
Nah, he's doing great so
I mean,
far.
he set it up himself like this. We are apparently not supposed to know each other.
Yeah, I mean, no,
Completely
this
clueless.
is actually
The
really
fun thing
cool.
is that I am actually supposed to be here, but not in this time period.
No,
It's
this.
also a bit weird.
I mean, I'm surprised that we still have fucking records of you, man. Jesus, now that's bureaucracy.
that kind of shit never gets cleaned. Unless it's purposely clean, that shit never gets cleaned.
No, that's bureaucracy, man.
IT
That,
stuff does not get cleaned out.
Yeah, Chris, when
I-
Jake said 50 years, I was like, let me look at how long I've been teased.
Yeah, but I have the
Yeah,
worst.
I get it.
I have the worst. I worked for
oh
free.
yeah, I mean,
You were
Dr. Herman
enslaved.
probably had the worst.
I
mean,
worked
which-
for free.
Honestly, really hard to pick which one of us had it the worst.
I mean,
think
I
I'm
don't know.
missing
Why?
some organs.
50 years,
So-
the guy who
Don't
was shot in the head.
I
the
mean,
guy
it
who was
sucks that
enslaved.
the CEO that I was working for is probably long dead by now. That's a shame.
I mean, 50
He was
years.
such a nice guy.
Shouldn't you get paid for 50 years? Because technically, you did work
No.
with overtime.
You are not part of the. Yeah.
I
Presumed
was
dead.
not an employee, so
And I'm really
sucks.
wondering if this corporation has a shitty jingle. You know, one of those. It's not space. It's not the best choice. It's Spacer's choice. Or like McDonald's. You know, I'm loving it. Da, 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 da.
I mean, if they're doing hair dye, let's be honest. Probably.
Yeah.
And apparently
Uh,
shits and rainbows. So
Yeah,
I really want to use their
a
jingle
bad
against
song
them.
with a lot of models.
Unicorn fart and glitter.
By the way, Chris, we can just speak Dutch when we're talking to each other.
Yeah. Yeah, you
we
can.
Although Marine will probably understand
English
half of
only.
it.
English
That's
only. English only. Also, I didn't know Lisbeth is Dutch. I always thought she was English.
You didn't know.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank
I
you.
thought she
That's
was
a
English.
huge compliment for my accent.
Yeah, I know.
Nope,
I honestly
I'm
thought
very
she was
much.
British.
I am very much Netherlands.
Mm. Yeah, I'm gonna head. Yeah, I know what I'm gonna head to. I'm gonna head to the armory.
Yeah.
Loot!
I
And
mean,
I'm-
my characters is gonna be like, "Where the fuck did you stash my shit?" And then I want to get out.
time for level
I don't
10
have my
weapons.
guns as well with me, and I definitely want to get them back.
Mm.
Yeah, same.
It's gonna be really fun when you notice me just struggling along.
I'm just really surprised. How the hell did I end up here? Because, I'm not telling you what happened, but
Yeah. I know why. I was looking for a stable job, and you need to be careful what you wish for.
I didn't ask for a job.
Me neither, but I got one.
Me neither.
I was just finishing a job and then I got double crossed, so you know.
Crisscross.
The last thing I did that I remember was walking down a corridor, having critical damage to my everything, with a new soul that was just put in my body, and bleeding all over, and I slipped up and fell. Yeah, wake up here. It's great.
I'm back.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
I mean, as far as Android stories, I think this is pretty cool.
Oh, I realized something, guys.
Hmm.
Can you just pass the security guys without not even care? Because I'm a company drone.
Oh, he's a company drone.
Maybe. That would be nice.
He's a company drone.
And otherwise, Sam could just solid snake everyone behind.
I don't see any orange
I just can't wait
boxes.
for my guns to be back, and after that, I'm gonna kick everyone's ass.
I mean, you can try.
You would probably not want to piss off a mega corporation.
Joke's on you guys, I have a Vanguard with me.
You know what they don't want to do? They don't want to piss me off. And I'm feeling pretty pissed off.
I think Verd did the right thing here, finding the big bulky group bug thing that gets
Yeah.
shot a lot.
Yep.
You look scary.
To be honest, I look scary as well.
Believe it or not, I do have a -2 to my intimidate.
Don't worry, I can cover that.
Same. I'm fine with that.
I gotta admit, I fucking love this solder.
Yeah, I want to see how the other responds to bubblegum
Everything.
hair.
I want to see the author respond to everything, to be honest.
Honestly, with bubblegum hair, like from what I've heard, you're less sticking out than if you had a normal color.
To be honest, the best thing about
No,
the
to be
teacher
honest,
is
she's
that
sticking
you're...
out a lot because she has a different ancestry than most Lashunta.
Mm.
Yeah, okay. I guess you'd stick out to someone who knows Lashunta biology.
Yeah, there you go. But she's
Lovely.
still very pretty, so she sticks out in that sense.
Honestly, I think Vert's just gonna end up sitting on my shoulder most of the time. Just
You
by
know-
sitting on my shoulder, you get a +2 AC.
How tall are you?
Hey, I'm a normal sized creature.
We can install a ride mechanism on my character.
I am medium. Jake just made my token smaller because he thinks I'm cute. So
I thought you were a small creature.
nope, medium.
He's
Well,
fat.
then you can ride.
I'm
Then
a
you can ride on
grown-ass
my
man
shoulders.
otter.
I think
Fat.
5 feet is still normal size.
How much do you even weigh for it?
Well, I didn't specify that, but somewhere between 100
Isn't
and
it
200
rude to
pounds.
ask a person how much he weighs?
It's rude to ask a female that. No, I'm kidding.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
don't worry about
There
it.
are
But he's
actually
an otter, he's fine.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, he's
exactly.
an otter.
there
So
are
you probably don't want him to sit on your shoulder.
Yeah.
Your shoulder
Yeah.
will break.
Maybe not.
there are actually a mod that I can install on the robot, so we basically have a saddle.
Yeah, let him just ride on Bob. That works.
Halfway
Is that
through the
okay?
first session, and we're already discussing how to pounce on each other. And pouncing on each other.
I mean, my first interaction with our party was literally attacking.
I was about to say, there's only one of us who've actually attacked like
Mm.
one other of the party.
I mean, to be honest, if you just woke up, you have no memory, and you stumble out and you see a shady character walking down the laboratory where you probably were experimented on, you'd attack as well.
I thought he was more of a
Yeah,
stunny
but
character.
in case you didn't notice, my character would pacify, not immediately go in for the kill.
I mean, I didn't go for the kill.
I honestly think they stole my organs.
I
thinking
just
about
wanted the
it now.
gun. I just wanted the gun because it's
They stole your ovaries.
and the only thing
I
my
don't do
character
that, though.
remembers is guns.
My breeding sacs. They stole my
Yeah.
breeding sacs.
Yeah.
All my breeding sacks.
I
My
mean, they
baby.
stole my hair.
What
Stole
did
my
they
you
steal
time.
have
from
it
my
on.
character?
They stole my
my
time.
God. Oh my god, what did they steal from my character? Oh, they stole his gun.
Your memories. That's why you can't even remember what you had before.
Yeah, I mean, that's interesting. A lot of you guys lost your memories. I think mine is still fine.
No, I think my character's the only one that forgot his past.
I don't think anyone, other than Armand, forgot their memories. It's just there's a gap in your memories. You're all of a sudden
Yeah.
in the middle of nowhere and you're like, wait, what?
What the fuck happened?
They made me a zombie.
A corporate
Attention
zombie.
servant.
They made you a bureaucrat. Jesus Christ, that's the worst fate. That's the worst fate man can imagine. They made him into a bureaucrat.
Yeah.
I'm
But I
just
have.
wondering how the meeting with the otter and the bug is going to go in a bit.
Oh, look, a lobster.
I'm just wondering how the meeting with me is gonna happen, because I'll probably attack you again.
No,
I don't
mean-
think you're gonna attack an armed party of people. I think you would know
Oh,
your
no,
limits.
none of you
I was
are
going to
armed
say, if you have
yet.
3 people against 1, maybe you'll think
You're not-
twice.
You're not attacked yet. You're not armed yet.
Dude,
And
I
Cough,
can literally
cough,
punch
mate.
you.
Cough, cough.
Yeah.
I can literally
Except for
punch you for
Magnus.
as hard as
Oh, it's on, motherfucker. We'll brawl.
Yeah.
Also, hi, I have a laser pistol now.
And don't forget, armed, you are wounded.
And remember, the otter has
Yeah.
a laser pistol that he took out of his bum.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's true.
Faintly smelling laser pistol.
No,
I
I
like how
wondering
each
if-
character
have
got
sheets.
theirs. One just
Uh,
took it, and the other one's like, I have it in my demi plate. Let me just. That's tight.
Here's a 100 chance of infection.
It always gets stuck on the crack.
Honestly, I'm not even gonna correct you guys.
they are childish.
And then you just hear a.
It's
Perfect.
oh, and it does the cork sound, you know.
Yep. There you go. That's the one that I meant.
Yeah, I just love
And
that
then you hear his battery pack drop out as well.
Oof.
There's the sound. I mean, Magnus, it's okay to have a cavernous anus. I mean, obviously.
I hope we stop at small arms and not go on to long rifles, but
You know that
Ooh.
often have seen pouches.
If I had my PDA, I would write down something about your mother.
And
I mean,
hope...
it's gonna be painful if there's a sniper rifle there.
Sniper.
I'm not proficient in that, so.
It's to the point that you can see the barrel shine through his mouth.
Are you proficient in long arms?
Nope. Decided to
Okay.
go with something
You
else.
can just
You
see
hold
the
them-
barrel shining from his mouth when he speaks.
you hold the otter by the legs and you just
Yeah.
like press his belly button to shoot.
Yeah.
I can
Liz,
see him like a machine gun, like.
yeah, Liz, when you get your weapons back, can I get the last pistols because I only have 6 rounds in my mag.
What did you want?
what?
Oh, the laser gun.
Yeah.
Well, you're gonna have to convince my character, aren't you? I'm
I
not
was
gonna do a metagame.
No, I'm just gonna say that I can show. If I get the pistol, I can show you where they are.
It helps that we're also trustworthy, right?
Yeah, it does.
Gonna help a lot.
Oh yeah, I definitely don't look shady at all.
I'm very trustworthy.
I'm a goddamn cockroach.
I
What are you
mean,
talking
I'm the
about,
most
people?
innocent of all, I think.
I don't look shady.
I don't look
I'm a
shady as well.
legitimate cockroach. What are you people going on about?
Legitimate.
He is a
Yeah.
cockroach.
You are the most obvious.
You
Alright.
can
Yep.
trust me. I mean, come on.
Honestly, if you're afraid of weird bug things in space society, then you're kind of fucked, I guess.
Yeah,
That's
pretty
buggiest,
much.
man. It's buggiest.
Don't be a
Alright.
buggist.
Yeah, but the bugs are outnumbers by 1 billion to 1. So
And our GM is back.
yay!
He has
Hello.
returned. Praise be to him.
Praise be.
Space Web Apple.
All right. So, let me get back to the map real quick.
Yep.
Anything else? Sorry about that. I gotta pull away.
We finished with me and with Adnines and with Nova walking down the corridor.
That I did.
Very friendly and bro hugging and singing together.
No.
Not
Very
at all
loudly,
friendly.
so that every drone can hear them from a mile away.
Definitely no.
Well, you know what happens between two bros? It happens between two bros. You know how it goes.
I think we have a mutual respect now that we beat each other up a little bit.
What happens
What?
at Viacop stays at Viacop.
Yeah. Unicorn and Fox.
Hey, you guys said it, not me. So, okay. So, when we last left off, about 5 minutes ago, you two had made it to one of the security doors leading out. But we're going to be moving to. We're going to go back to Magnus and Taxcala, and then eventually Sami. So, Sami, you're currently leading your new friend.
Yep, and she also whispers like, "So, where do you stuff my weapons, eh? I feel kind of naked without them."
He kind of gives you an uncomfortable growl, and he says, "In the security station around the corner. They're not gonna make it. Bottle spot you then."
Not if I have you forward. She's gonna, keep him in front, same way that it is on the character.
Right. And because you have him, the door is simply open for you both.
Yep.
And as you slowly walk out, so the two of you peeking around the corner at the bot, you now see that there's a guard walking towards her. But there's something behind him as he's walking very much against his will. The bot immediately turns towards you and is going to give you a quick scan.
I'm gonna telepathically speak to Magnus and say, "You have a weapon, right? If you do, shoot it."
why? Anyway, let me just. I cast Psychokinetic Hand, and actually it says I can't push buttons with that. At least not a keypad, I guess. So would that work? Are the buttons big enough?
The button to open the door, yeah. The door is actually automated, so it has a manual override that's just a button press. And a psychokinetic hand can definitely do that. It can't type for you and do shit like that.
All right, I open your door, and you
My
didn't even
door,
see
yours.
how. My door's already open.
Yeah,
okay.
Oh, cool.
So you're now free, Taxcala. While that happens, the drone immediately comes up and it has spotted you, but it doesn't know if it sees anything funky just yet.
Good.
I'm gonna.
No, it scans you both and then just goes on its merry way, apparently thinking there's nothing wrong. And
Great.
Perfect
He's just-
technology.
He's just gonna hiss to the guard, walk on.
Well, I suppose we can leave it like that.
I think we're fine.
Yeah, so
Oh,
what do you do
I
with the
just
guard,
want to
Sami?
tell everyone.
Just hissing at him
That-
to walk on after we've been scanned and we're fine.
Alright, so you get to a corridor, and beyond you, you see north through some hard glass doors that just closed behind the drone. You see that there's a security console of some. That looks to be where the security is manned from.
Do I see who's approaching through the corridor while taking a peek?
You see that there's clearly someone pink behind the guard, and it's very clear as he gets closer that you realize the guard has a gun to his head.
Can I talk to Taxcala through his link
Yes.
inaudibly?
Yes,
Yep.
you can talk telepathically back to me.
Maybe
And I
hide?
just want to point out, unless I say otherwise, I am speaking telepathically to you people.
Roger that. Maybe hide,
How's
I'd
that gonna
say,
work?
and I go under the bed. With a fit under there.
I'll look at the bed and be like, I'm not fitting under that, dude.
Use the blanket.
Wait. I'm not hiding under a blanket. How's that gonna help?
It's just a natural otter instinct. You understand?
I'll stick my head out and link to her telepathically and be like, hi.
All right, so Sami, you now hear a voice in your head, but for you, this isn't terribly unusual. It does. It's not a Lashunta speaking to you. It definitely has the earmarks of Shirren telepathy. You have just a slightly different telepathy that you can figure out.
Mm-hmm. But I can speak back.
Yes, and even if you
Okay.
could, you're a telepath yourself. So
Yeah, that's true. She's gonna be like, well, that's fun. Another voice in my head. So, who are you, Shirren?
Just your friendly neighborhood grasshopper.
That sounds about average.
Are you also breaking out at this point?
Yeah, you got that right. But I'm getting my equipment first.
Need extra hands?
I'll never say no to that.
And I'll turn around and I don't know if you can hear this,
Yeah, this
because
is
they
not
say
a
if you
conference
have
call, is
more
it?
than... Yeah, it's like talking to multiple people in the same conversation. So I'll turn and talk to Magnus now and be like, dude, come out. She's cool. And you'll
I
see us
mean-
pop out over here.
Well,
Okay,
okay,
do
if
you
you
want me
show
to
up.
roll for that, or is that fine that I can overhear this two-way?
No,
assuming
you can.
assuming he doesn't close the connection, you can hear them speaking, and you hear
Okay.
another voice, although you have no idea it's coming from a talking otter of all things.
Do I have any idea what it comes from? Because the guy is Shirren.
Well, the Shirren is obvious. The other one, less so. He has a pronounced accent, but you just can't place where you've heard the accent before.
Okay.
It's definitely a racial accent. You've been around enough people to know that.
So she's gonna look, because you said she's at the security panel, right?
So you would be... Let me check real quick.
By the way, I would have attempted to hide my pistol unless Taxcala spotted me first. So should I roll for that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sleight
Roll
of
sleight
hand,
of
I
hand.
guess.
So
Okay, sleight of
this
hand.
door, unlike the other ones, will not simply open. Unsurprisingly, given it seems to go to a jail cell. Your new friend, on the other hand, might have clearance. So he actually barely spots your pistol by your absurdly low sleight of hand.
Not very hard perception either.
They are very tiny hands.
I mean, do I notice, or is this asking if Marine notices? Just for
Well,
information.
it would be just for Marine because you have no idea that
Yeah.
either of them are armed. Although technically only one of them is.
Yeah.
I have arms, but yeah.
So she's gonna smile sweetly and in his ear. Open the door, will you, sugar?
Gladly, honey.
Sense motive.
Oh, ain't this sweet?
Honey, yes, darling.
Let's
Nope.
see how bad. Yep, we think you're an actual couple.
Well, I mean, it might not be a shotgun wedding, but it's damn close, given he's got a laser pistol to his head.
Yep.
Oh, aren't you the two most cutest people out here now, aren't you?
Sami, I need you to make me a sense motive check, if you'd be so kind.
Of course.
Although yours is for something a little bit different. Although, ironically, targeted at the same person.
Hooray. No, that's bad. Either.
Not quite enough, so he does
Yeah.
begin to press into the keys to open the door. And the door does slide open, but then something else happens.
Yippee. She's gonna look around. If she hears anything abnormal. Still holding him in his chokehold, by the way, but
I knew that was coming.
yeah, there goes the alarm.
Actually, there's lights, too.
Beep-bop, beep-bop, beep.
What's that
Minions
noise?
come cutting through the wall
I
at
hate
us.
it when this happens.
You hear Adnines tell Nova, oh shit.
If I check my logs, what is the standard procedures if the alarms go off when I'm outside?
Well, you're not outside. In fact, you just get to the top of the elevator.
Also, if she notices the alarm going off, she's gonna press the gun harder into his temple and be like, now turn that off.
Tough luck, chickie. Once it's on, only the minister can override it. You're fucked now, and he's gonna attempt to try to get out of the bind.
Can I just shoot him before he does that?
The door open.
And he promptly falls over. Dead as a doornail.
Yay! Lovely.
Well, that's a little bit extreme, don't you think?
Ah, that was brutal, woman.
He backstabbed me. I've been backstabbed a bit too much this week. Let's go.
I'm quickly just gonna walk up and down the cells quick to see that there's no one else. Okay, if you open the door,
The
is the
door is
door
already
open?
The door
Yeah,
is
door's
open, but
open.
there's also an alarm blaring.
I'll grab the. How long will it take to take his breastplate off?
Too long.
Oh, God damn it. Okay, let's go.
Yep. She's gonna, try and be stealthy, I guess.
Did he say where our things are?
He gave a direction, I think. Because I did
did he
ask
have
him to
another
lead the
gun?
way, and he did sort of lead the way, I guess.
But you only have one gun that she has currently, right?
Yeah, he has that and a tactical baton.
I'll take the baton. Huzzah! Charge!
Okay. So as we get to this part, we're going to actually roll initiative. Please don't roll just yet.
Yep.
All right, click on your tokens, please, and then roll.
Shall I roll too?
Yeah, you literally, the elevator opens as soon as the alarms go off.
Haha!
Damn!
Oh wait,
Hurrah.
Berserker, yeah.
Where's
I'm
my
ready for this.
Oh
boy.
man, it feels so good to
there it
have
is.
high decks.
Hurrah!
Man, it feels good to be a dex character now.
What is security baton's damage? A 1d4, I'm guessing.
1d4, and it's an operative weapon. Although I don't think it matters for you.
Yeah, you don't have anal pockets, so it might be useful.
I'm gonna have to find that picture
To
now.
have anal pockets. I like how Veg just embraced it finally. Like, no, it's not in my butt. And now he's just, he made peace with it.
Okay. Let me get the guys on the list. I'm kind of looking for the initiative is on this bloody fucking sheet. I mean, the NPC version of the sheet, so I don't know where everything is. Initiative.
Sorry, I was just testing the button quick.
Okay, wow, he rolled a wonderful. Oh, that was the drone actually. Oops. Oh, wrong one. I think these guys have slightly better. These guys have decent initiative.
Jeez.
Yep.
You guys, well, did you get a crit? No, yeah, you did. No,
I
that's
mean,
what
I
you get
did
for...
say Sami was going to be stealthy. Heading forward after this, so you know.
Yeah. So, I mean, you're not lying technically.
I'm still
And
not
let me
lying. I mean, no witnesses, right?
Yeah, it's like Skyrim.
Well-
It's only a crime if you get caught.
So we need a bucket.
I mean, you won't get noticed if there's no one alive to notice you.
Yeah, there you go.
Mm.
Exactly.
So this, all right. So first up in the initiative, let me see if I have some combat music. Yeah, this for now. Atmosphere. So the alarms are blaring. You see the guard that had been previously sleeping promptly abruptly wakes up. And he goes, "Ugh, what the fuck?" And he notices all of you kind of standing there. Well, most of you standing there. And he goes, he immediately hits a comp, security breach. And then he immediately draws his pistol and dives down.
Oh shit, he's competent.
Oh no, he's using cover. We're done for, guys.
All right, so he's in cover.
Stormtrooper.
Also, how do I make sure that I actually hear the audio? I don't.
You should hear the audio.
Go to right up in front, my settings,
Yeah.
and you have master music level.
Yeah.
I mean,
master
that's the
music
highest it
level.
can go, but I don't hear shit.
Then
Yeah,
you
must be your audio
If you
issues.
tab order and
Yeah,
meter.
I mean, I have this set to 80 now. I can hear it, but
No, I
put
literally
it-
have it to all the way to the right, and it's not. I'm hearing zero.
no, I just upped my.
Let me
my
just
computers.
refresh. Probably not gonna work, but you know.
Oh,
just-
also, do you guys hear echo?
No.
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 Nope.
Nope.
No echo. Okay, good then.
Yeah, it's only Skogs that I've heard any feedback from.
Yeah, I was listening to Star Wars theme music.
Da, 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 da. A dark shadow passes across the galaxy. Da,
Mm.
da,
Okay, we're getting
da,
into
da,
combat
da,
now.
Da, 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 da.
All right.
Help us,
Nope. It's still
Obi-Wan,
nothing, but
Herman.
it'll be fine.
Help
Does
us,
he?
Herr Obi-Wan.
I have a question. How do the guard react to me? Does he notice me?
He's looking like literally 3 directions quite quickly when he sees that he's all of a sudden surrounded.
Yeah, I'm just gonna look confused.
All right, so make
Oh,
a bluff
shit.
check then, and then we'll get back to it.
I can see a robot up there.
Okay, so
Ah.
the security guard is ready in action, but you don't know what he's gonna do. Taxcala.
I am going to charge the security bots.
And thankfully, as soon as you did, the hard light doors did go down. Yeah.
Charge. Ow.
I should note that it has showed you a little surprise.
Did he Overwatch?
Namely, that it's not unarmed.
Oh no.
Yeah, I kind of expected that.
Oh no, he's not actually unarmed. Help.
So it's not a full attack because I charged.
Okay. 14 does hit, 3 damage. You clobber this thing pretty decently, and it kind of spins back, regaining its stabilization. It's still up. Okay.
And I'll
Yes.
telepathically send back, it's your turn, kill it!
All right, Sami.
She wants to do exactly that. She is gonna move like here,
Okay.
Is there a
Give
way
me-
that he doesn't, like, the door gives her cover from
Yep.
the security guard?
Yeah, you get +2 cover, just like him.
Good. Okay. Pistol time. It's so great to have a weapon already.
Jake, concerning the +2 AC bonus, is that within 5 feet of me or 10 feet of me? Because it's not a normal grid one.
Just measure out and just, next to you. Let's just call it adjacent.
Is this a full attack?
No. Full attack is basically you can hit twice at a -4 on each attack.
Okay.
It's usually not something you want to do unless you're specialized in it.
Yeah, you basically use your movement and action.
Should I just roll a d4 for the damage?
Yes, go roll a d4. And 13 will hit the drone. The drones don't have terribly good AC.
They are security bots.
Yeah.
Not combat drones.
Alright, so 2 piercing damage. Yeah, you managed to hit one of its engines. It's smoking, but it's still up. Not by much, though.
Damn it.
Alright,
I mean, yeah, I don't have anything else. Like, I can't double shoot, I'm assuming.
No. The bot is going to take a 5-foot guarded step back, which basically means it's a 5-foot step, so you don't get an attack of opportunity. And then it's going to shoot its pulse caster at you.
Wait,
So you want me
do
to-
you get to attack?
You do not. It's basically
It's a smart bot.
23 for 2 electricity damage, non-lethal.
EAC, I'm guessing.
Yes, EAC.
Yes, it is.
So you get you take a nice zap from the bot. But
But
unfortunately,
now my AC goes up by 1. Thank you, bot.
because it did just enough to proc that, didn't it?
Yep.
So you two get a surprise as another one of these bots fly up behind you, and you immediately turn to see, just like its friend, it opens up to show you it is not in fact unarmed, and it's gonna shock Adnines. Oh, let's see, damn macro. Okay, 17 EAC.
Armed.
Armed. Wakey wakey.
Oh, yes, sorry.
17 EAC. Does that hit you?
17, that touches my AC, yes.
All right, you take 3 non-lethal electricity damage as you're shocked by the pulse caster emitting from this drone.
That's the green, yes?
Yes, green. Green, blue, green, then blue, always. That's why it's top and bottom.
Alright.
And speaking of which, it's your turn to retaliate with your non-existent weapons.
Armed.
Is attack of opportunity still a thing?
This thing does not have a melee weapon.
Ah, okay. Next question. Are the doors up ahead locked?
They just went down. It seems to be an automatic procedure that the hard light doors will go down. Probably not the prison ones, but these ones will. So basically, security personnel can get to where they need to go without, having to worry about opening doors.
I turn around to this creature, and I'm really pissed off I don't have a weapon.
Well, it's really your problem now, isn't it?
Fuck this guy who didn't give me a pistol. And I'm gonna start beating this thing with my bare hands, trying to rip it apart.
You should have asked nicely.
There you go.
Ask for things.
Wow. Maybe that's how you got into the situation with a bullet in your head. You ever think about that?
Oh, melee, right?
Yes, it'd just be a straight melee attack. I believe it would be
Yes.
like a D3.
For some reason, wait. I'm not able to, because this just opens the menu. So where's the?
Basically, you have to close it and then click the button. If you have it tabbed out, it's going to appear in the main window. There should be a prompt for a full attack.
Still figuring out the sheet. Sorry. Where did you say that's supposed to be?
Okay, open up your sheet. You know where you have your attacks?
Yep.
Okay. Make certain the drop down is closed first.
Okay.
And then once it's closed, click on the name of the item, and there should be a prompt that appears asking if you want a full attack or not.
Ah, okay. So
And,
no?
Yes, that would be resounding in your face no, because you don't want the -4. Okay.
Okay.
You miss badly. Well, that's actually a ranged attack with a weapon you don't have, but it doesn't matter. It's a 4, so you miss. You take a swing at it, but you're not able to connect as it kind of it takes the hit. It's hovering, so it can roll with the punches quite literally. All right, Nova, you are up. You just saw the guy that tackled you get zapped. Maybe you're laughing a little bit inside, but he might be useful later. So, do you want to help him? Maybe.
This door went on lockdown?
It is open now.
It is opened. Okay.
Yes.
Um,
Standard security procedure to open any non-vital doors to let security personnel get in.
Then I'm just running in here.
Okay.
Basically. And then I look around. What do I see? Because this is new to me.
Do you see what I see? Let's take a look-see, shall we?
I also would like to know how this guy reacts to my presence.
He doesn't even notice you at first. He's too busy with the bug and the lady with a gun. So he's just kind of, you see his guy's gun out and he's just hovering behind. And you see the elevator door open and then a guy and a giant robot, well, not giant, a big robot come out.
I'll also all of a sudden link you to my telepathy as well.
Yeah. So you now hear someone speaking in your head. Of course, you can't really talk because it's not your turn, you know.
Yeah.
So that guy is just not reacting to you, Nova. That's what you want to know.
Okay. Then I will just shout out to him. And say, what the hell is happening?
He kind of, the guard would then look up and say the fuck? Who are you? And he immediately he points his weapon at you. So he does not seem to think you as an ally.
Okay, that is what I wanted to know. Since I already moved, I am now gonna react to him by ducking into cover as well, because there's cover here, right, where I am now.
Yep, that's a solid, as solid as you can get, team.
Basically, I will respond to him with great, and then I just duck down, expecting him to fire.
All right.
Taking cover. That was my turn.
All right. Is it Dr. Herman?
Yeah. Basically, Bob is gonna threaten him because I cannot attack with him.
All right.
And Herman is gonna charge, try to grapple him.
Okay.
And I haven't found a CMB button, so acrobatics.
Actually, thankfully for you, when you kind of go towards it, the desk actually opens up automatically to allow you through. So you can actually charge in this very rare instance.
Yeah.
Go ahead, make an attack roll against him. See if you hit him.
Yeah.
I'm still not 100% sure how maneuvers work. They've kind of gonna move to the backside. So
yeah.
Yeah, no dice.
I'm still threatening him.
All right, so roll. I guess that's all you can do then, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Finally, Slowpoke Otter, you're up.
Right, I will waddle over here on 2 legs, and I will shout to this unfortunate guard. Drop your weapons and surrender! You're not gonna survive this! You fool!
All right.
God, that's so strongly German.
So essentially I'm persuading as a standard action.
All right.
What do you want me to roll?
Intimidate.
Okay.
Try
I
to get
love
him to
this
drop.
autumn
He's
more
pretty
and more.
fucked, but he's also he might go into fight or flight. So,
Hmm.
which of the two does he feel like
I
doing?
absolutely love that German voice.
All right. Probably not enough at the moment. He seems to be more in the panicked, but he's not shooting at you yet. Speaking of which, it is his turn unless you wish to do something else, Mr. Magnus.
Nope. That was my take on a peaceful solution. So I'm not gonna shoot.
You can
anything.
shoot.
No,
At this
I
point, I
moved
need.
and standard action. So unless you want to just give me that as a free talk action. So
I'll let you do this as a free talk action. That's fine.
all right. In that case, I guess I'm gonna shoot the fucking drone because I'm pretty sure I can convince that thing. Pew.
With bullets.
Yep.
Wait. Is it pew?
It's a universal
not
language spoken by robots.
Pew pew.
and guards, apparently.
I'm just gonna click it again.
Well, let's be honest. That guy was asking for
It
it.
has a
That
pop
doesn't
up
work.
on your
Oh.
main screen.
Right, where the fuck is that? Okay. All right.
Where the fuck is my screen? The thing I'm looking at.
Boom.
Good shot.
Yeah, that's just enough. You pop the drone, you hit it right through the eyepiece, it sputters to the ground, and it stops moving.
Hurrah.
Nice. Auto power.
Kind of surrounded at the moment. The guard isn't really sure what to do, so he's just going to go back on his think. He's going to attempt to acrobatics away from you two. And he's going to try. Yeah, he's going to do an acrobatics to try to avoid an attack of opportunity. He's putting it in front. See, acrobatics is not one of his good skills, unfortunately. Does 18 beat your? Actually, you get to make an attack roll, and then I believe if his acrobatics beats your attack roll, then the attack you don't get to attack.
Okay, so from Herman, and then from Bob.
Okay, Herman, you miss. Bob unfortunately misses as well because he got a decent acrobatics. All right, so he's now there, and he's actually gonna, as part of his move action to run up, he's actually gonna grab his baton and just go at you, Taxcala. He's gonna do a. He can't do a full attack, but he will charge you.
Okay.
So, are you ready to get about to
Come at me,
stop?
bitch.
Yeah, careful what you ask for. You might just get it. 12.
Nope.
So you kind of just parry his thing to the side. At this point, I do need Adnines to make me a perception check.
Adnines making a perception check coming up.
Yep. And don't worry, we're I know it's getting late, but we're almost done ish.
Oh, don't worry, I'm not troubled by the lateness.
Okay, you do hear the ding of an elevator down the ways open up, and you hear the footsteps of many people beginning to run. And they're coming your general direction. Thankfully, they wasted all of their movement just to get here. As you see 3 more security guards running up, weapons drawn.
Oh, really bad. Oh no. Time to go.
Okay, that's their turn now. Taxcala, you got someone tried to bap you. How does the roach feel
I'm gonna
about getting
bap him back.
All right, what's that look like?
Just basically punching him back with the force of physics in front of my hand. That does acid damage to his face.
But we're not going to ask how that happens because psychic. So attack roll of 10. What does that go against?
It just says it's an attack roll.
It's acid damage, so probably EIC, right?
All right,
It depends. Oh yeah, it says depends. Nope, this doesn't make any sense to me. Continue.
All right. For now, we're just going to say EAC, and that's lucky for you because that just meets his EAC. He has these little grunts with the dreadful AC. Yeah, you scold his face pretty hard. You pretty much melt off his visor and his headset. He's not dead, but he probably wishes he was.
They probably don't have dental either.
He's not gonna have a face for it to matter, so.
Don't forget, he was just 2 days away from retirement as well.
That
Sucks
was
to
the other
be him.
guy.
Yeah.
The whole security force was going to retire in 2
Yeah.
days,
I was
gonna
including
say
the
that.
bots.
This was one day.
And then you guys just came in and fucking butchered them all, you motherfuckers.
And this is one guy
Don't
fighting
worry,
all
3
of
of
them
his
for
friends
three
are
of him.
coming along after Adnines. Fuck.
Yeah, Adnines might want to get DTF out of Dodge. All right, Sami, I believe you're up.
He's tactically
Yep.
retreating.
She's gonna point her weapon at the guard and try to do what the other did.
Okay.
Lay down your weapons, you're outnumbered.
Okay.
You guys are way too nice.
Yeah. I mean, didn't she just kill someone?
I'm supposed to
In
be
fairness,
the
she gave him
pacifist.
plenty of chances to live, and he decided to. Nah, I'm gonna
Yeah,
head
dude had
out.
the survival.
I didn't see
survival
that. She's
of
still a
life.
killer in my eyes.
Well,
That's
you know, the difference between angels and demons happens to be where one is standing at the time.
Mm.
Hmm.
Where is the weapon locker? That is what I wonder.
According to, well, you don't know it yet, but Herman knows that it's actually somewhere secured underneath the floor. Apparently, they keep it near the security station.
right, or did you want persuasion?
Intimidate, persuasion, either one. Intimidate, it's not quite enough. He's still in a fight or flight, and he's also kind of reeling from his face being burned with acid. So,
Fair enough, then she's gonna shoot at his leg.
okay. Reference shooting legs is not a lethal shot in real life, and you can kill someone.
Yep.
Is it? Fair
Yep.
enough.
Yep.
You have
Well, I mean, you
major
gotta-
arteries that run through your
Is there
legs.
something he can hit that he just down? Because I'm just imagining like
if you shoot him,
his foot.
basically you would shoot him right in the chest because his armor will probably absorb it. It'll break, but he won't die.
I just want to stagger him, if that makes sense. I want him to be at a disadvantage, but not immediately dead.
You can then do, I believe, harrying fire or covering fire. Hold on a second. Also, don't forget about your trick attack. If you don't move, you can use a move action to do that.
Yep.
Trick
So,
attack, such as like dirty trick kind of thing.
Yeah. So you could do because this is important for later.
Sounds more like debilitating strike.
Because I can do
You can use
dirty
your standard
trick.
action to make a range attack that distracts a foe in your line of effect. Make an attack roll against AC 15. If you hit, you deal no damage, but the next ally to attack that foe gets a +2 circumstance bonus to their attack roll.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay, go ahead and roll that sweet verse AC 15. Yeah, okay, so he is, you get a +2 to your next attack, Taxcala, or whoever takes the next attack will get the +2.
She's gonna look at him and be like, I did warn you, but you know.
Okay,
And that will be her turn.
cool. All right. So another drone comes sweeping in, switching to its true, showing off its, you thought I was unarmed, but really, I am completely armed. And then it's gonna actually enter flanking mode, although this doesn't really matter, and he's gonna try to detain Adnines by zapping you repeatedly. So 2 zap attacks against you.
Cease to resist. Cease to resist.
Pretty much.
You're resisting arrest. You're resisting arrest.
Stop resisting arrest while they're like beating him on the floor.
All right, so 22 hits you for 3 out of 9s. Okay. And it's now your turn.
Armed.
Armed. Wakey,
Yes.
wakey.
Wakey,
you said-
wakey, Ahmadi Runny.
Okay. You can go
Did you
past
take your
both of them.
damage?
Why is
Yeah, we
paying
don't have a
attention
melee
to
weapon.
battle a subroutine? It's not that difficult.
Yeah, did you also take the damage
Look,
that you got? Armed, shut up.
yeah, what
did
was...
did you take the 3 damage you just took?
Yeah, I did. I'm literally on 3 health now.
3 stamina, technically. You're fine still, though. Don't cry.
20, 15, okay, 25 health. I'm gonna run here and yell out to the rest of them. Yeah, we got a lot of more coming behind us. We need to go now. Where's the exit?
Fortunately, Dr. Herman, you can say that the only lift up from this level is the way those guards are coming from.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I'm gonna take cover behind over here. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Gonna take cover here and yell out. Does anyone have a weapon? Now.
Them mercenary manners right there.
I mean,
All right, Nova, you're up.
Okay. I will just step to the side while I summon my weapon in the one hand and look towards Adnines, and I'm gonna toss him my laser pistol azimuth. And while I do that, I say, I'm so gonna regret this. And I ready an attack to smash a creature or drone that enters this door in the face.
Hmm.
All right. Duly noted. We'll
So,
see.
so it's my turn now.
It might be. Yeah, maybe.
Do I see where the stash of weapon is?
Make a perception check for me, as you only know that it's here and not exactly where it is. And then tell me what you get, because I'm looking at another window at the
A
moment.
13.
No. You know it's got to be under one of the desks somewhere, but given that it can hold long rifles, it's got to be some interesting little place they put it.
Yeah. Where is the nearest terminal?
The nearest terminal is, well, right in front of you. They're all, those things that you see sticking up are all terminals.
I want to hack one and lock the door. Try to lock the door in front of us.
All right, go ahead, do that. It's going to be a pretty high DC, though.
24.
24, you just fail, unfortunately.
Fuck.
And the system is going to, well, it's one strike. It's going to attempt to lock you out now, but I'm going to counter that roll. At least I think it's so. Like I said, I'm still trying to learn the system myself.
Yeah.
So if it gets higher than you, then it successfully locks you out.
Yes.
It locks you out, so you're now locked out of the system. And it would require root level access. Unfortunately, you have root level access for engineering, but not for this level. Okay. Anything else?
Bob is gonna go over here.
Okay.
Oh no, actually, Bob is also gonna look for the safe.
All right, go for it. Have Bob roll that sweet perception. Oh yeah, Bob finds it. Turns out Bob's standing on it.
Yeah. He's gonna open.
With his nat 20, I'll let him also open it. So.
Yeah. And you're gonna hear Herman. I found weapons.
Jeez, we sound like a bunch of drug dealers.
did you finally throw a weapon at me? By the way.
Well, if you would actually listen to what's going on, Armid, yes, Nova threw you his laser pistol.
Okay, thank you. Just give me the.
It's a D4 fire.
Just roll. Yeah, it's 1d4 fire. Just roll your normal attack and 1d4 fire. All right. Mr. I was gonna say hamster, but no, Mr. Otter.
Oh, alrighty. Okay. Alright. The guard's still there, and he didn't surrender. How bad
He's
does he look?
He looks pretty fucked up. He's currently screaming as his face is being burned off.
By acid.
By acid.
Well, alright. I shoot him.
Alright, shoot him.
Because that's really his own fault. So,
Remember, the otter gets +2.
Yeah, he does.
is that enough? That
Because
might be
it's the
enough.
first attack.
That's yeah, that's enough. And how do you kill him?
I precision shoot him in his brain, so he might not have too much pain, hopefully.
Mm. Okay. So he's very dead.
Mercy
now-
killed by an otter. That's new.
I want him. I want him.
Okay.
Remember, I found the weapons and I shouted it out.
Yeah, I mean, if Sami heard that and the guard went down, she would rush, but she can't because it's not her turn.
Okay.
I
Speaking
walk
of
forward
turns-
and ask, where are they coming from?
I point towards the door.
So,
It's pretty obvious that we're both waiting.
there, right? Okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right.
The fact that I have a sword aimed at a door and
Yeah,
Adnines
yeah,
has a
okay.
pistol.
I'm good at sense motive. Anyway, so you said this counted as cover, right? This stuff? Maybe?
All right.
Can
So,
I move? Can I move there?
Yeah, you can move there.
Here and take cover.
Yep, you dive back there.
Alright, it's my turn.
Okay, so security guards roll up with the drones flanking them now. They see you two hiding behind there, and they're going to open up. So let's see. Nova and Edis, 1 or 2, each of you. Well, Nova, 1 or 2.
One?
Okay.
So 1 it's you, and 2 it's Armid.
Yeah.
Okay, so 2 shots against Armid, 1 shot against you.
Oh shit.
So.
That's actually
How are they able to hit us from where they are?
Those walls aren't as thick as you think they are.
oh god.
You still
I
do
hate
get
this
cut.
place.
You still get +4 cover from it, but they could still hit you. So
Okay,
All
plus
right.
4 cover.
+4 cover.
We're gonna get.
It's good enough.
okay, that's a miss against Armid, and the second one
Oh,
against.
thank god.
Plus 4 cover helps a lot.
Just roll it like a bandage. That hit. That doesn't hit actually. 21.
What is your EAC?
Ah, my EAC.
Which you should be-
Shit. My
easy.
EAC is 10.
Wow, that's pretty low.
Wow.
That is
Yeah.
my standard.
Holy crap.
That's.
All right,
That is really low.
I was actually confused by that because carbon skin should give more.
That still
Carbon
would have hit
skin
you.
gives you
I'll
3.
figure that out in between. So you take 3 damage. 3
Oh
fire
yeah,
damage.
it's 3 armor to EAC. Why is it?
All right, so 3 + 4, 17 still gets hit. So
Yeah,
please
because you
deduct that
added
3
it to
damage.
me.
Yeah.
But
You take 3 fire damage.
okay, well I'm dead.
No, you
What's
have.
your stamina, you chop?
Actually, I'm calculating it now because for some reason it says 10 EAC, but I'm adding my dex. It should add up my dex, right? So it should be 13. And
I have no idea why you were cursed to fuck up every sheet that you get, Armin.
I have no idea. It's just my luck. And
I'm not lying, right? I'm not lying.
and my
Not
carbon
really.
skin.
Yeah,
Not really.
pretty true.
Wait, let me finish.
Armed.
And my
Are you out of blue points now?
No, he's out of green points. Green
Yeah.
is stamina.
Hmm.
You're not dead yet.
No.
Okay, so it should be my EAC to hit should be 20, and my KC should be 21.
Well,
With
you
the-
still get hit, so you take 3 fire
For
damage.
some reason, it
Yeah.
says 10 instead of 16.
Yeah, that's nice. We're moving on, Armid. 17
sorry.
against you, Nova. EAC?
17, yes, hit.
All right, so you get glance too. It's you notice Adnines getting shot, and you realize, oh crap, these doors aren't shit, and then you immediately get hit as well, as they apparently are trained to shoot through the walls, or at least
But
the thin part. of
only
the wall.
1 point of damage, right?
Only 1 point.
Okay.
Okay. So that was the 3 guards. And I think. All right, Tax, you're up. The guy you're beating on is dead.
I'm grabbing his pistol and in a swift motion, doing a backflip into there.
All right, acrobatics, or if you're just gonna run through and pretend you're doing acrobatics.
Don't you want to take your own weapons?
I don't want to dig through an armory locker right now to get weapons.
Open.
Yeah, but like you said, all your weapons are probably just piled in there, or maybe even secured in there somehow. So you're not just going to be able to grab them just yet. So,
So I grab the weapon, flip into there, and then am I able to shoot?
Yeah, you can shoot. You see a lot of targets. You
I'm
probably
shooting
only
a
have.
security bot right here.
All right. 15. That does hit. Yeah, and you actually you nail one of its engines. It begins to sputter, but it continues to come forward at you. Doesn't look like it's going to take much more to take it down. Sami.
She heard that there were weapons found, so she's gonna move in and move over there and be like, well, let's just see if I can get my pistol back. And she's gonna try and search for it.
All right, go ahead and make a perception check, and I'm assuming the robot will be nice enough to let you do that. The gentleman that Bob is.
Yeah.
Also, I fully expect at some point Sammy's going to yell, "Bob, do something."
Probably.
All right, yeah,
How
you
about
do
that?
see your silence pistol. It does not look like it's loaded, but you do see it's a loaded mag for 9mm and your pistol.
So wait, it's not loaded? And there's no ammo near that. But there are loaded weapons.
One loaded magazine, you just have to put in the magazine. So.
Oh, okay. Well, she will load it, and then she will hold up the pistol of the guard and be like, so, who needed a weapon?
All right. That probably takes your whole action to do, but you at least have your weapon. You also see your sniper rifle. Unfortunately, it's currently disassembled.
Damn it. Okay, that's fine. We'll have to fix that when we have the chance. But yeah, she's just waiting for someone to scream out, I need a weapon, and then she's gonna chuck that as her prepared action, I'm assuming.
Adnines screamed that several times.
I can take the weapon.
You probably see a large assault rifle in there.
Yeah, you do see assault rifle currently locked down, but it's just something you grab and you give it a swift tug. So this one's gonna come in like right up into your grill, boys. They don't seem to really care. They just entered, so they did not provoke, as they're not attempting to move through. So,
But I do trigger.
All right, go ahead, give it the business then, Nova.
Ooh.
Such a bad roll on the attack.
It's 9. You're not flanking, so unfortunately that great damage misses.
Shame.
And it's gonna shoot you back now.
Oh, by the way, everyone, as long as you stay within 30 feet of me, is connected to a neural network. Welcome to the Hive, boys.
What the fuck?
Wait, how does that work with me though? I am a robot. I'm an android.
You're a biomechanical creature. If it affects basically you're considered both for most shit.
Androids are both.
All right, so it misses both of you because even 13 is not going to hit Armid.
So what does the swamp thing do?
It's literally just we can all talk to each other telekinetically without anyone hearing, as long as you're within 30 feet of me.
I mean, in that case, Sami is just gonna shout in everyone's head, so, who has this rifle? Who has that? Who has that? She's gonna go down a list of what she sees.
Adnines, you're up, so you can communicate what weapon you would like.
I communicated I wanted my assault rifle.
And you do see an assault rifle.
Did she throw it at me, or?
She'll have to do that on her turn. I'll say on your turn you can throw 2 weapons to 2 different people.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Well, for now I have my pistol. I'm gonna shoot at someone, and I'm wondering if I shouldn't shoot
bots in your face.
Yeah, I mean, you guys can shoot the bots. I should probably maybe shoot the guards instead.
Leave the guards to me.
Okay, fair enough. I'm gonna shoot the... Which one's the damaged one?
No one.
One of the droids was damaged.
It's the one closest to you that's damaged.
Okay.
You see it's literally smoking right now, so it's kind of difficult to miss.
All right then, shooty.
Shooty bang bang.
Oh wow!
Not too bad.
How did an 11? Why is it +1? Shouldn't it be plus dex?
Like I said, I will check your sheet at a later date to figure out what the heck is wrong with it.
You
What
actually
is
gotta
your
tell it
dex?
to use that.
It doesn't matter. You destroy it. How do you do it?
I shoot it through that blinky light.
All right. It then sputters around and comes crashing down, kind of thumps up against the desk, smoldering.
Finally a weapon.
All right, Nova. It seems that Hades has not shot you with your own weapon. Stonks?
Well,
Stonks.
I will smash this thing out of the air if possible.
Yeah, give it the business. Okay. Is that EAC or KAC? Actually, hold on. You might be just close enough for flanking. Assuming that Adius was nice to. Yeah, you're flanking, so that is a hit. And you, well, you gut it. How do you take it down?
I probably just make a clean slice, chopping off one of the engines, completely incapacitating it, and it probably spins out of control.
It does. It kind of goes around like this, and then it smashes right into the light, and probably takes the light out as well. Right.
And after that, since this wall is definitely not giving me enough cover, I am going to run back and hop down there, and I'll grab my pistol, which I hold in my hand, which is not holding my sword.
All
Because I
these
have two
cards
pistols.
need is a stun grenade, and we're done here.
I'm gonna go and loot that corpse and looking for security passes or something.
All he's got on him is a baton, some manacles, which are basically high-tech security cuffs, a flashlight, and a PDA, or a personal comm unit, as well as his uniform. That's all he's got on him.
Okay, so I take the pistol.
The pistol's already been taken by Taxcala.
Okay, so yeah.
I mean, Sami did shout out who wants a weapon, so she is still ready to throw.
Sami
The
definitely
Yeah,
has
I'm-
Adnines.
I'm gonna say throw the old looking weapon to me.
The old-looking weapon. I mean,
Yeah.
no. What I mean is that she had one weapon that she already had a prepared action to throw. Because
Okay.
that was into her thing.
All right. So you also see an old school hunting rifle, something you would see like an old huntsman on one of those wildlife shows use, and that's probably the old one.
There's
She'll just send
actually
back
an
coming
older
up?
one in there. There's an
Yeah.
older one in there. There's a good old iron longsword.
Big iron.
Yeah, and
Big
I'm gonna pocket the things he has on.
Okay. Well, you can spend the rest of your turn doing that.
Mm.
So that is not a quick thing to do.
I can't believe you're looting before the battle's over. Way to set this precedent, Skogs.
You're surprised. I'm really not.
Oh god.
I have a plan.
All right. I'm certain you do. So while your great plan takes in effect, the otter's back up. What otter nonsense do you have this turn?
Oh, no nonsense this time. Alright, I
believe it when I see it.
I basically raise my head above cover, and I shout to this guy. I will fry your brain! And I cast Mind Crush. Mind Thrust.
Ooh.
But before that, move action demoralize.
Okay. So which one are you mind thrusting?
The closest one.
Okay. I will have him roll his will save.
First up, intimidate, demoralize. DC is 10 plus opponent's intimidate skill bonus, or 15 plus something CR.
All right, he does pass.
Okay,
I'll do his will save 10. Probably not enough.
fails.
Okay, what happens to him? I have a funny feeling this is about to hurt.
Uh-huh. I
Oh,
overload
God.
his brain cells to the point of melting under the
Yeah,
information.
so this guy just pretty much, his eyes roll up in the back of his head and he collapses dead.
Yeah, I'm happy that I see that.
Do I see that?
You just see this guy grab his head. You see very faint psychic sparks coming off of him as you're pretty sure something just bad happened to his brain. But only Tax and Sami are the only ones who really would get that. Everyone else is, well, Nova would, but he's currently, truly deeply behind cover. And Bob and Addis, they no fucking idea. They're fucking robots. What do they know about anything? Damn fucking robots. I'm joking, of course. So, yeah,
Well,
that's
I
what you see.
Verd said,
withdraw my head back into cover, and that's my turn.
when Verd said he pops up, the GIF in Discord is all I saw.
Yeah. Okay. So
Pretty
security
much.
guards back. They just see one of their friends just fucking keel over, but they're already here. They're halfway down the hallway, so they're just
They can't just say they missed them.
they're actually gonna go on the other side of the wall. They know it's thin, but they're hoping that maybe you don't know. Yeah, they're just taking a guess. So they're gonna, well, you know what? What are they gonna shoot? Well, Tax is just standing there, I think. I don't think he's behind cover. Unless otherwise stated. So the very conveniently bug, and they have no idea you can do half this shit, so they're gonna shoot you.
Have at it, boys.
Careful what you wish for. 15. Okay. Remember, this is EAC.
Yeah, my EAC 16.
Nope, miss. And they're just gonna take up positions. Tax.
I'm gonna grab my longsword out of the armory for the
Right.
crusade and charge them.
So instead of Deus Vult, it's Deus Bug.
and attack this guy.
All right.
Coming from a former swarm species is a little worrying.
Uh-huh. 8 does not hit, unfortunately. They have low AC, but not quite that low.
But now, people next to me get +2 AC.
Okay. Duly noted.
But the guards don't, because I ain't their bodyguards.
Exactly. Okay. All right. Anything else, Tex?
That's it.
All right, Sami, you got 2 weapons, and you're pretty sure you know who they go to.
Yep, she's gonna chuck the old one to the doctor and the other one to the other guy. Be like, here you go, guys.
All right. You boys catch your weapons, and, well, you now have your guns back. Well, some of them, anyway.
And I'm assuming that's my turn.
Yep, that's your turn.
Yep.
Hey,
No
you're
worries.
helping.
I'm helping.
The drones would go, but there's none left. Adnines, you got your rifle back, and she was nice enough to slap in a mag for you.
All right. I cock it and say thanks. And I was gonna shoot it on full auto at the 2 security guards so I can hit both of them, but someone is standing in the way.
How
That would have
unfortunate.
been a waste of your whole mag.
I would have shot both of them, so it wouldn't have been a waste.
Well, beggars can't be choosers.
Yeah. I'm just wondering, if I move here and then aim at this side, can I kill them both?
If you could do full auto, yeah. You should be able to spray both down with a burst.
Alright. Okay, I'm just gonna run out of cover, straight down the down the corridor and kind of like be past one of the guards, and then open up full auto.
They do have batons out, so they do threaten attacks.
Oh, they have batons out.
Yeah, they have pistol in
Oh,
one
boy.
hand and batons in the other.
You're gonna get beat, son.
But you already said you did it, so and
Well-
it strikes me as something that your character would do. So it happens.
Yeah.
Probably acrobatics to avoid the smack.
Yeah,
Head
you-
and tumble as a move or something.
Yeah, he can do an acrobatics if he wants. So go ahead and make that
I'm gonna roll
acrobatics.
acrobatics, definitely. Oh shit!
Well, thankfully he rolled an 8, so that one misses, but it wouldn't hit anyway. Let's see if this one will get past 10. All right, 12 kinetic. I don't think that hits.
Nope.
So you do get hit, but your armor takes the hit. Unsurprisingly, a
Thank
baton
God.
is not very good against someone in military-grade gear. Who would have fucking thunk?
Who would have thunk?
All right, so go
All right.
and give him that burst.
I'm gonna give them the bad news now.
Yeah. Bad news that their life is officially over.
Your free trial on life has just expired.
Oh man, I was just about to renew my subscription.
1d6. Sorry. All right, full auto. So no -4 or full attack? Yes or no? No. Yes.
No full attack. Yes, full attack because this is a full attack action.
Okay. That's
Yeah,
a
he-
critical success.
Jesus.
Okay, well, one of them is officially dead. Actually, I believe you roll. I think you roll damage once and you roll attack once. So go ahead. All right, so it doesn't crit on both. And yeah, you do good damage. I'm just going to use the 2 attacks as they are now. I know there's still. You don't have to roll again, Armid.
Okay.
I know you want to with all that sweet damage, but you drop. You immediately just drop the one that nearly smacked you. He's dead. The other guy's pretty fucked up.
I think he hits me too. He hits
No.
Bob.
Actually, yeah, that's right. Full auto is non-discriminatory, so
Oh, no.
16 versus attacks and then 5 against Bob. But thankfully, I don't think it hits either of you.
Yeah.
16 KAC.
Yeah, Bob is
KAC.
behind cover, so
Yeah, but it was thin cover.
yeah, it's +4 though.
All right. Anyhow, moving on. Yeah, so you might have some explaining to do with your bold movement there, but now there's just one guard left. Nova, would you like to maybe take him out? If you can get a damn shot in between all these people.
At this point, I'm wondering whether I should still charge up to him with some maneuvering, or just shoot him. If I can reach him, I want to charge up to him.
You really can't. Everybody's in the way at the moment.
Well, then I'm just gonna shoot and hope for the best, and hope that they don't notice that I'm a bad shot.
Well, you're only a bad shot if you miss.
Yeah.
It's a bad shot.
All right, well, you unfortunately miss. Thankfully, you didn't whiff bad enough to risk hitting anyone, so there's that.
I just hit the wall.
Okay, so it's the good doctor, doctor and friend.
Yeah.
What
What I'm gonna do with the PDA system is I'm basically gonna damn it. I'm gonna put the PDA on rotation every channel it's available and just high static noise.
All right, give me a computer's check to hack into that then. As they are secured, but they're not that well secured. All right, so yeah, I believe your mechanic bypass also, guys, that's a 20. Yeah, you're able to put some static on them. Give me a D5 roll, please.
Okay. Okay. I need to type that in now.
Okay, so you've managed to jam their